stress-free environment.
Against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus.
Epic Radio 99.9. It's so
no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus.
When you stop for the DJs and that. Daddy, then daddy. When I DJ Wonder,
not for me. Praise me so again, Jesus. Not away the night, not for me. Praise me so again, Jesus. Against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, because I know Jesus. Not for me, oh. Praising me so again, Jesus.
Mr. People, una kushe, una kabo. This now una boy picking twice eyes on the beat. I fix the listen to Epic Radio 99.3 FM. So refreshing, alright?
It is Monday, the 23rd of March, 2026. Hello and welcome to the very first edition of the Epic Morning Show for the week. On Epic Radio 99.3 FM, get me around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. The Epic Morning Show is a 2.5 hour long program. We divided into the first and second segment. In the first segment today, on Monday, of the Epic Morning Show, we'll look at times like this, within whose side and government can cut down expenditure. Should government consider cutting down its expenditures in some certain areas then? So we'll look at that today inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. And in the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, we go review the biggest stories from over the weekend. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Stay with me on Epic Radio. No matter how heavy the weekend we feel, today na a fresh day, a fresh week. You wake up with another chance, and that day alone, means say your story not over yet. Remember this for say success not they come from comfort. It they come from showing up every day, even when you dey feel tired, even when things are not going your way. Keep pushing, keep believing, and not allow small setback for convince you for quit. Again, somebody out there they wait for the greatness we they carry, so don't keep it hidden. Go out there with purpose this morning, this new week, with courage and with confidence. This is the Epic Morning Show.
Yo, Tango can win, man must better. Tango can, man must eat kete. Ten must come, paddy man not take care. Where you walk out, you go eat, man, not to pass seven. Oh, mama, the dunya don't change. Outside things can go for sleep, self lab range. Where you walk, you must get. Easy walk all day, man, you must sweat. Politics, the beats with the net. Some people that want, now they no more forget. I go walk out, paddy man, but I choke back. Stress and more, make the face and twist like so black. Anyway, no full food, full on. If hope they wrapped in up like general. Papers will tell them, let them also bear. Black Snoop say, let them no go see money.
Brother, now for walk, you go make them one day.
You must make up.
Like the way you walk, you go get you your pay.
You must get up.
Life no one worry, you get for walk, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no one yagba, if you walk, you go make them more. If you don't walk, you don't make them more. You for always up for say.
You go make a one day.
If you don't sell, you don't make them more. You for always keep the faith.
You go better one day.
Walk hard, brother.
You go make a one day.
Walk hard, sister.
You go better one day.
You don't ready for win big money every single day?
Epic
People will
Radio.
make them happen with bomba cash out. For just 10 years no more, you can enter the draw and win buy money right inside your phone. No stress, no waste time. And now so you go take joy. Dial star 799 star 2 hash and choose how much ticket you want. From 1 to 10. Enter your orange
Epic
money or
Radio.
happy money pin. And boom, now you that. You don't enter the draw. The more tickets you buy, the higher chance you get for win. And the best part are that if they pick your number, the money that goes straight inside your orange money or happy money wallet. You don't even need for Canada station. So, what do you dey wait for? Dial star 799 star 2 hash now and continue for listening to Epic Radio. If you know one of the lucky journey winners then. For more information, call the support center on this number yaso 032 300 033. Number cash out, money the flow. And by
Radio.
Masslink Limited. This was a purpose to whether under 18 or so learn responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
At 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code MSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play,
99.2.
fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xbet.
Welcome back to the show. Let me take this very short message from our sponsors this morning. This tea comes from our tea. You want a tea where they refresh your body naturally. You look for something gentle and healthy on digestion. You want a tea where they keep you feeling refreshed all day. Our tea, now your answer got you covered. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it is healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there's always more to enjoy and share. Our tea, natural refreshness in every sip, brought to you by Karel. It's a fresh week, fresh energy here with Reginald Briano to share with the latest on our breaking news. Reginald, good morning.
All right, thank you so very much, Usman Ibrahim. Good morning to you. Good morning to our fantastic listeners and viewers on Facebook and YouTube. We go into the breaking news highlight this morning. So we start off with the report, the World Happiness Report. We gallop the always publish. So for the 19th time now in a row, Finland on the top the charts.
Wow.
The best or the most happy country, and Sierra Leone 147th from that list, and that's his second to last. Indeed, and that is where we've been for the past 2 consecutive years, Usman. So from the Porto Galop,
put simply, Salona the most unhappiest country in Africa, second most unhappiest country in the world. But I see originally smile. Are you happy?
Yeah. Well, basically, I think we are not. I tell you the last thing, Salona, we are just resilient people. I mean, how could I be happy, Usman? The whole aid, we not even see lights. The whole holiday, Muslims are not only monitoring, but other sides are not able to forget electricity, cost of living, and a lot of that things. And people are not really happy. We're just surviving, we're just managing, and also. When the reports come out, I was not surprised. Trust me, Usman.
Yeah, because it's the second time we come second, and the Delegate as the most unhappiest country in Africa, and we only beat Afghanistan. Can you imagine? There are other countries as well. Let's say easier. Let's say Palestinians. Them we are unhappy more than Palestinians, according to the Gallup report. We are unhappy more than the people in Yemen. We are unhappy more than the people in Sudan. Yeah. All of these war-torn countries, them Sierra Leoneans are more unhappy than them. So it's concerning. We hope we go scale back
better in the upcoming coming
years.
And then I think for the past couple of days or weeks, we've seen massive reforms in the Ministry of Agriculture. So the Sierra Leone Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Henry Musa Parker, will inspect 40 newly procured tractors at the Ministry Engineering Facility within Akisi on Thursday. So this will make a push towards mechanized farming ahead of the 2026 planting season. Then tractors are slated for distribution across multiple districts for boost local agricultural output and also for ensure the equipment remain operational as the ministry will utilize the ongoing memorandum of understanding with the Sierra Leone Armed Forces for handle nationwide repairs and maintenance. So the Dr. Parker be also accompanied during inspection by the Chief of Defense Staff and Lieutenant General Amara Idaya Bangura as the military engineering team. Note that the collaboration designed for strengthening maintenance system and significantly extend the lifespan of the machinery we then deployed to the rural farming community. So we've got 40 newly procured tractors. We then already consult the armed forces, Usman, for the repair then tractors, and they so that it will help for boost. I mean, we know we need for the when employed, we know we need for go.
And apart from that, also, you also know that the military wants for feed themselves. Yeah. They say they want for generate revenue. In fact, make money so then go actually fund the activities them. I think that is good for a country which is still a struggle. We see global aid cuts to reduce significantly from we international donor partners, for example, the UK and the US. If they're able to generate money for themselves, governments they're not going to be over too dependent on government. I think it's the way forward, and also able to boost the feed salon agenda of President Julius Maada Bio.
Exactly, and President Bio on 8th day, YCB the address, Muslim worshippers they will go pray na the President Lodge. We later rest the widespread rumor where they go around that he gets cancer and all. The president say he not get cancer. He say is the diet now that make him body the candle.
And nobody not go pray for him.
Nobody not pray yes make it get.
President Bio is a Catholic Christian, but he say inshallah. I
think that was the part that I love. And one of the other touching statement that we make as well. He say if Sierra Leoneans and pray for make do well if he fail and all.
Now we
go suffer, and that touched me. Merely why is the president be the address Muslim worshippers them we go pray. And finally, Usman, in the world of sport now, yesterday was the Carabao Cup final. 33 years and waiting. Arsenal are still not yet won the Carabao Cup. The team lost 2-0 yesterday to Pep Guardiola, Manchester City, and 2 goals for O'Reilly, an English fullback. We scored both goals for Man City in less than 4 minutes. So the wait for trophy for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal continues, Usman.
Well, I see them say now a quadruple collapse actually happened yesterday.
Yeah,
But it's easy to get hope for fish, and get more fish for fry.
Exactly. But now they initially they say they are going to win 4 competition. Now one of them is already vanquished.
No, not triple.
Now it's
hope for
triple. They
triple.
say they are going for the Premier League, they are going for the Champions League, and they are going for the FA Cup.
But they get chance for the one and they.
Well,
the other one they for collapse too.
Arsenal, there is always a slogan: "We go again." So we go again.
Reginald, thank you.
Thank you.
You still able to be here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. We also do live on the Epic Radio YouTube page and on Facebook. Stay with me.
You walk out, you go get to your pay.
Must get some.
Life no one worry, you get for walk, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no one yagba, if you walk, you go make a more. If you don't walk, you don't make a more. You for always up for say.
You go make a one day.
If you don't sell, you don't make a more. You for always keep the faith.
Sing go better one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, brother.
You go make a one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, sister.
Sing go better one day.
Anything you do on this world, for always keep the faith, keep the faith. If today not fall for you, tomorrow you gonna make a more. So now for always pray to the Lord, for make you pull it from the wicked on the right way. Pray to the Lord, for make you better, may you go come. If you did offend you know for wicked, maybe you go get you inside this wicked. But I know for patience, work hard, you go get, but I'm not too positive. Patience, you go get one day. Unto the Lord, if I always pray. I know you know for say these days life need no rush. Tell me, brother man, brother now for walk hard, you go make come one day.
You must make up.
By the way you walk hard, you go get to your pay.
You must get some.
Life no one worry, you get for walk, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no one yagba, if you walk, you go make a more. If you don't walk, you don't make a more. You for always up for say.
You go make a one day.
If you don't sell, you don't make a more. You for always keep the faith.
Sing go better one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, brother.
You go make a one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, sister.
Sing go better one day.
Life na state, Sam, avoid police. If you no get the money, Sam, no go find case. Listen this, find the job where they give you peace. Work for get money, but not kill for get money. Work for get money, but not fetish for get money. Work for get money, but not life for get money. Because you know, for all that you know go end time. But if you totally blind and sell Sam, you don't live fine. So suffer you bone, you don't full grown. Anyhow you make a mobile, you don't help your own. Just keep the flame burning, keep the race running. Go they do the right thing, but some man go give you money. Money, man, the world is so funny. I dey pray to God to make I not live me life funny. Oh God, I go make 'em up one day. Oh God, now you for show me the right way.
Brother now for walk hard, you go make come one day.
You must make up.
By the way you walk hard, you go get to your pay.
You must get some.
Life no one worry, you get for walk, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no one yagba, if you walk, you go make a more. If you don't walk, you don't make a more. You for always up for say.
You go make a one day.
If you don't sell, you don't make a more. You for always keep the faith.
Sing go better one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, brother.
You go make a one day.
Walk out, walk out, walk out, sister.
Sing go better one day.
If you don't walk, you don't make a more. You for always up for say.
Okay, welcome back to the show. So today, now the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We can look at in terms like this, we will get crises them they happen around the world. You think say government for consider for cuts down in expenditure them? If so, who's air them? Who's our government for cuts down expenditures? So we know of the global crisis that will happen right now. Just over 3 years ago, it was the conflict involving Ukraine and Russia. That conflict today will rise up prices of commodities around the world. We also see fuel also go up. The cost of fuel also go up due to the Ukraine and Russia war. So 3 years down the lane, it don't become the new normal, but it's also how it was there before. We know until recently, the recent one involved the US, Israel, and Iran. The conflicts in the Middle East, where Iran will also close the Strait of Hormuz, where over 20% of the world global oil they pass. Iran will close them. That will also lead to the skyrocketing of commodities, including, most essentially, the cost of oil, the cost of petrol and diesel. We know say it increased from 28 leons per litre for petrol to 32 leons per litre. Then we see later the cost of diesel, where them put they use, them big truck they use, increase from 28 leons to 35 leons. That is 7 leons added in the cost of diesel. So we get crisis. It happen around the world. And Salon a country we say where small thing happen around the world, it affects we directly, immediately. And according to NPRA, what we don't do early this year, that if we get global shock, let's say fuel go up internationally, it reflects almost immediately on Sierra Leoneans them. So when say things them therefore go up, the lives of Sierra Leoneans will be more degraded. I mean, we talk about, say, the Gallup reports rate Salon as the people and way na the most unhappiest country in Africa and the second most unhappiest country in the world. Things in crisis like this, it only makes things even more worse. So we also know, say, President Trump, the new leader in the White House in the US, will come a cut international funding. We also know, say, this year, according to the UK budget, then slash the aid donation to Sierra Leone. For example, let's say the health package that we don't plan for geese alone, I think it was $21, $28 or so. They will only send 1 million euros to Salon this year. So I mean, say, even international donors them don't slash their support for Salon. We know, say, it's between around 30 to 40% when it comes to we dependent on international donors them for developmental activities them. So with all of that, international donors they don't slash their support for Salon and other nations them. Should government have priority? Should government cut down on expenditures in certain areas them? People are expecting, of course, for say government for expenditure priority as we get this cuts in aid and the global crisis them where they happen around the world. We see just over the weekend, President Julius Maada attend one big summit will happen in Latin America. He sent Foreign Affairs Minister Timothy Musakaba. We know if President Bifo don't attend that certain summit day, if we don't use a private jet, go with a delegation, but by sending the Foreign Affairs Minister, it cuts down on expenditures them. So these are just some of the areas them where we don't see government actually begin the steps where they don't begin for take. But I think say we for do more. That people don't say we get overlapping ministries, we get overlapping mandates them. Should at this time government cut down on these certain areas them? What other areas you think say government for actually cut down on for reduce expenditures as a country? So we'll look at this issue this morning here on the Epic Morning Show. And just last week we get Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, former information minister for the APC, say during the time of former President Ernest Bai Koroma, they introduced austerity in government after the crisis we beget, because then as government they think say term don't date need day for introduce austerity. For example, cutting down on the allocation, fuel allocation for government personnel to them. For example, cutting down on travels. For example, cutting down on allocations for ministries, departments and agencies them in all sectors them. So then go use them money then they cover up usai people expect for actually send them to. For example, let's say you cut down on fuel allocation, you cut down on travel. Those money we get from all of that, you introduce them into subsidize different commodities, essential commodities them like fuel. We look at this issue this morning here on the Epic Morning Show. We did live on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Choice FM Radio Garden on Facebook and on the YouTube page. Stay with us.
Earlier you make a mobile, you don't have to home. Just keep the flame burning, keep the race running. They do the right thing, but some man go give you money. Man, the world is so funny. I they pray to God to make them leave me laugh funny. Oh God, I go make them up one day. Oh God, now you for show me the right way.
Brother, now for walk, and you gon' make them one day.
Must make up.
By the way you walk, and you gon' get to your pay.
Must get up.
Life no one worry, you get for walk, forget to young.
That's not true.
Life no one yak,
All right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Just been joined in the studio by Melvin Tijanman. Sorry, Melvin, good morning. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning, Fambo.
Melvin, you think say we are at a crisis as a country? You think say things are difficult?
Absolutely. Not only as a country, the one world suffer from supply chain disruption. And we mean, say, if you look at latest figures coming from international institutions, economically, they forecast a downward trend in GDP. So I think it's not the crisis they happen at the Middle East, but the effect is so rippling because of, for example, the blocking of the Straits of Hormuz and impact we get on fuel or rice or wheat flour or even vegetable oil, where we know say we depend on so much. So if you look at Council on Foreign Relations publication, recent publication, one of the experts, and they tell you that sub-Saharan Africa stand for seriously be affected. So it's not new. I think the conversation here this morning is about the actions or inactions of the government economically to cushion the effect.
Because so whose action you recommend say government for introduce for cushion the economic effect with this global crisis they get on Salone?
Well, firstly, for understand what they happen across the world also, because if you look now, from country to country, countries that don't roll out measures. If you go to Europe, Italy, they talk about reduction on tax on fuel and excise duty on that. If you come now, all over the world, measures have been taken. For example, if you go to Ethiopia, basically they are cutting on fuel excise duty tentatively. Other countries like Malaysia don't increase fuel subsidy. Brazil don't cut down on diesel tax. In fact, Italy again they consider cutting down on fuel excise duty, but this time they are planning about imposing more taxes on people away and feel go profiteer from the problem. So it range from place to place, but for Sierra Leone, I think what we talk about basically is about waiting, for example, the Ministry of Trade they do when it comes to people not exploiting the situation. For example, waiting the Ministry of Finance they do when it comes to tax waivers, tax exemptions, and duty waivers, as the case may be, or for example, waiting other ministries than they do towards, for example, the Ministry of Energy when it comes to cutting down on the cost of energy. Or will there be a probable increase? And I think my fear is I will not be surprised if Kapawa come out and say they don't increase in the tariff due to the increasing cost of petroleum or fossil fuel. So I think the government has not been clear. I was like shocked for a reform. The chief economist in a government press conference. This government they don't do so far in a press conference, not talk shop in terms of tangible actions to be taken.
You know, Siam it.
No, not Siam.
Whose action do you want to see?
You have a raft of actions. What I don't talk about.
Like waiting so.
I don't talk about
one big one.
I don't talk about. I don't for
the tax waivers.
I don't outline a long list of what is available with other countries than they do. I don't need for belabor the point. I think from the economic standpoint, so many people get suggestions them outside of which I don't say, and in terms of cutting down on travel or in terms of
that's for cuts down on travel.
You look at USAID government, they spend a chunk of the money.
USAID they travel mostly. They spend a lot on travel.
This government, outside of just the president, get a lot of traveling officials and it costs a lot. And I think there should be a expenditure rationalization, even if the government want for column austerity. Also, the government, I think, for cut down on the expenditure on luxury and money that they spend for Olymp BBB conference. These are minor cuts. But other countries also, we don't see we are in leaders and they come out and say, okay, we are to reduce 10% from his salary as the case may be. I will look forward that the president take the lead by maybe cutting down 10% of his salary, including that of members of parliament and judges and those appointed officials, so they get fabulous pay. This is not forever. This is a stopgap measure for at least level for cushioning the effect. And for the mid and long term, I think government for increased incentive to manufacturing sector in Sierra Leone. If we cannot manufacture more, then we're going to import more. So I think that is also an important area for look at. But the biggest aspect for look at is the waste and corruption. And I think Sarafo dwell a lot about how much the government is wasting when it comes to maybe the mineral sector or other sectors as per the IMF then diagnostic reports.
All right. introducing Dr. Mohammed I.G. Ganawa, a lecturer economics and commerce at the Economics and Commerce Department now for Abbey College, University of Salone. Mr. Ganawa, welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning, listeners. Thank you
So to look at a time like this, we get global crisis them when they happen. Should government consider cutting down on expenditures? If so, whose areas them? But first of all, if you think we deal with a crisis as a country?
I think the first thing we will need to know, not just Sierra Leone, the world at large, they go through a difficult time, and I think we get a lot of ramifications on even the bigger economies them. So I know they talk about real economy where like tiny economy we get, where fiscal space tight, productivity level in the country low, and the figures always they show say we economy very small. So as a result of that, I think it's not just a crisis for Sierra Leone, it's a crisis for the globe. Yeah.
We are at a difficult time as a country.
Oh yes.
If so, what I think the government for cuts down on expenditures?
I think we need to understand the context. Even before this particular crisis where they happen at the world, the economy don't struggle. If you look at the Auditor General's report year in, year out, you see a lot of issues them we keep reoccurring. And also if you look at the IMF the diagnostic report, you look at even the budget speech they move over the years, they show you say as a country we don't go through some difficulties, not all like as a result of this particular crisis, just that this don't worsen off the situation. So in terms of cutting down on cost, before we even go to the cutting down of cost, in owning an economy, you get two key variables them. One, na the revenue, two, na the expenditure. The way and manner in which you generate money and the way and manner in which you spend, very critical in the way you manage any macroeconomy. So in Sierra Leone over the years, we noticed that we know they generate compared to what we spend. We always only get a deficit situation where we spend far more than what we generate. But looking at the situation, before we even talk about cutting cost, one of the things I think we look at now the expenditure. The Auditor General's report now a very important report where I think we give so much attention to as a country. You see the level of financial irregularities, the impact we don't create over the years. So when you look at now AAD, where so much money is being spent and there are no documents to show for these monies that have been spent from the consolidated fund, they show you say devoid cutting cost. I think we get a fundamental problem we get to do with that aspect of the country economy. Because every year, you see say, even though last year the level of irregularities drop a little bit, I will come to the statistics later, but you notice say year in, year out, we still get then things here that happen where people they spend money supporting documents not they for sure say. So I think now one major thing I want we will need for take so much attention to entire for see waiting at the way forward, how for come into this quagmire all day. That's not the first thing. The second thing we very important in terms of cutting costs, we do put so much emphasis on the president in traveling, understand? The president in traveling very expensive because he use a private jet and all of these. He get delegation where they go with. President who say go sleep, a different from who say other official go and sleep. But perhaps what's more important now that devoid the president, we have a lot of people traveling. So if you look at the figures them from the Auditor General's report, you find out say every year we spend huge sum of amount on overseas traveling. Not just the president as well as other government officials. Some of the meetings and where people they go, some of them meetings and you no need for travel. You can do na salon you join online. Because some of the meetings we officials and they go, some of them don't even talk. Just go listen throughout the entire session and return back. Collect some. And that's done the help for deplete the forex reserve of the country. We import cover don't go down now to 1.8 months as a country. So it means what we get as reserve in terms of importation, we will cover we not just 1.8 months. Thing we don't go to almost 3 months. They overseas traveling. And one thing we be to say they hit so much on we reserve as a country. Another area where I think is very important, we mostly when people talk, they don't even mention are the foreign establishment they will get, the different embassies, high commissions they will get. You know, look at history, they tell you say before this time, we only get focus on 4 or 5 people and within their missions in the. But now we get press attaché, we get finance attaché. There is no way you go operate without an accountant, so very relevant. You get education attaché, finance attaché, health attaché, defense. You know, all of these people, then a huge sum of amount government they spend, and in forex.
And government can merge these positions.
Exactly.
They mandate them.
Exactly.
You think for governments will also merge than they when it comes to MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. You get many ministries where people go argue for sale and get overlapping mandates them, then can merge them into one and cut on expenditures.
So at the come to now when they talk about the foreign embassies, establishment they will get aboard, some of them are not to even match for just remove them. They not get, for example, you say you get health attaché. Now what thing they do they? Who country they do things difficult for we? If you watch part of what we get as a country, 35 to 37% now from income tax, which may you the work in the court. So all that money they spend them into positions that were not necessary in the embassies. Then they now we get one day on another very important thing where they eat so much of we country money. The pressure they on we pay tax. That's now another area. Another area and then overlapping thing we responsibilities that we mention. A very critical follow we know say. So much of the jobs and will be supposed to be done by one institution is being done by several institutions across. So at the end of the day, if you one person come right now, if you take 3 different institutions they carry, they all talk the same thing and they do. We spending money. Then another area. Another area where
you think the government for merge them?
Yeah, some definitely we.
Then go reduce some cost.
Anytime you merge, you reduce the cost in a sense. If you're not person then being director and we're not going to forget 2 directors then.
But like whose sectors you think say they are overlapping mandates?
Alright, so now we take one very simple one that I'll get for do with the environment. Understand? We get EPA, we get Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. We get then 2 ministries in there, alright? Now, when you look at then 2 ministries here, because we don't get a ministry, initially we're not being get a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. We there was a need for EPA. Now we don't get EPA, we don't get a ministry. Why we not go get EPA as a unit or a division under that particular ministry? Rather than we get this unit and we get this ministry. When you look at them, it just creates more cost for government. And perhaps the more important when you look at the cost structure of government, how they spend money. Another area where I can sit down in my quiet time and look at now like the rest where they give the military, police people them. Why not they monetize them? IMF don't recommend say for monetize them.
How?
Why not they put some money into the salaries of the people? Rather they go give special contracts to people, and the contract will go to people and are more burden on the country. Now rest don't go down to.
But then it also supports local manufacturers then.
The rest of them they give the people and locally produce rice them. No.
Also from feed salon, the local rest.
Now locally produce rice, no. You know say na imported rice they give them. If you don't need to forget police or soldier man family for you know say na imported rice then they give them. Then they give them. Then not to the rest where they produce here they give them. So all of them things here they help for add burden into the already constrained budget we get. And another area where very critical we government for look at when it comes to this entire thing, now the contractors them. Waiting at the prices them way contractors and they charge government in terms of the services, the goods and when they provide for the different things and when they do. We think say we they do due diligence in looking at them cost and they very serious. Because you hear people they say when you sell the government you make more money than when you sell a private person. And the rationale behind that they say government will sell them, you increase the price. And lastly, we get a lot of backlog them where government they spend so much money for the pay. Some of them things and they things they will need for watch and look. Waiting at the then things how they don't happen over this period. We make we spending so much money. Remember the last time we get the answers them issue come up. Millions of dollars being paid to those people. People and you still get debates around whether some of them things here things they wouldn't be really render the services them for. So when you look at all around you find out we expenditure they increase not as a result of some of the visible service delivery things away the poor people every Sierra Leonean go one for see. Rather they increase as a result of people benefiting into the system.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going now for a very short break. It's still here with the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Karel, you get the best of the two worlds. For tea lovers them, Karel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. The tea leaf they come out from high mountain area there. This premium black tea strong, natural and full of character. It go give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and safe for share. Karel Aroti, feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Aro Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee. Aro Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. One cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any size. Two great choices and one trusted name. Karel with a bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
You sabi I dey tell you, that Solomon in fast food love Dando. Baba, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look what
Epic Radio.
Fine. Now salon here they make them. Now it make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. It fine for big person. It they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all. And you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Then it makes a different type of
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Mix in a packet and they write PLC panel. Benny Mix, they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, call number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix, grow strong, grow smart.
Okay, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Introducing Solomon Sundu, Executive Director of Be Found. Sundu, good morning. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning, Mela. Good morning to listeners and viewers.
Yeah, I don't ask Melvin and Dr. Ganawa just now. You think, say, as a country, we are at a state of crisis?
Well, yes. I think, say, let we take an hour as a global issue. But we get for deal with you, as we say, because if you look at which they go on, you look at the fuel, you look at other commodities or essential goods, same way, with the use. Recently, we don't see how price hiking they take place, and a lot of things the way we could say yes. For me, we get into serious issue.
So what do you think say government, how governments can kind side? What do you think the governments for do at this crisis? What do you think they will get?
Oh yes, I think on the good governance program, that is one of the key way I deal with. For say, this not the same way governments for sit down now and look and say no, let we brace we safe. See then the way don't they happen, then overspending. For example, let we talk about the fuel allocation to government officials. This and it's a way President Bioga for Sido and talk say, me and me government for ministers, permanent secretaries, directors, head of parastatals, most of them people, and they let them cut down especially on the fuel allocation to them.
In Ghana, for example, President John Mahama can empower a program entirely for all appointees in government. We not only receive fuel, free fuel.
Well, so for me now, if we not be ever do, I think say this crisis don't make now or don't necessitate for make it happen.
By how many percent?
And I want to say, well, let do this not action. If we be proactive, not a reactive action. If we be proactive action as we speak. Because if you look at the fuel allocations, where you see then other, government officials, and then people they usually talk about SUV and the like. This not the time we then say for brace up. Let we think about how they for do what we call service delivery to the people. Just recently we heard the chief minister they talk about appraiser or giving performance contracts. For me, most of them say the way they put out raising ministries, departments, and agencies for the performance to 100, like for example the Ministry of Agriculture. That is not true, because you get for sit down and know exactly what you they talk. Yes, now we say things and they won't don't put in place for mitigate the issue of feed Sierra Leone, or for make people go into rice productions, their education, that sensitization. Yeah, we'll say people don't go into farming. People don't go into that nothing when ongoing. We talk about other things, transportation. What tell me say, few worker fine boss we not able to take the entire capital city or the country, because not for free time or indicator. So you tell me say that ministry they don't perform. You talk about ferry day in crisis. You talk about other issues. You talk about water. Well, they tell you throughout this holiday, how many side only get water, including my own area, because they use water, they pay for water. All in this year, at the common meals in fact that make a late for come, because forget water pass you get for go the extra mile. So these are the issues. I think we need what to call service delivery now. We don't need for they see people and way at least with the pay out of with taxpayers' money, let them sit down and not the work for the people. Now for we they work. Anything where they do, let them get the conscience for say yes. And President Bioga for look that, because one of the good things we they talk about 2026. Now, year of deliverable and actionable year. And if
you don't see those.
Well, America is saying now, I think say we get for profile the solution.
So
we
recommend. The first step you think is for cut down on
cut down everything. On all fuel allocations,
including travel.
Including travel, at least Bokutin and then meetings or then other taking other. Let them use the ministries, all ministries. If you go for example now you're building, all ministries gets their own conference center. Let them use that rather than for go higher other side. Yes, we know certain people in the back hotel they go on for run business, but let everybody know now. Say this not all the time. Well, for you go into extra spending, because if you look at look at the audit report year in year out, the same government officials you go see anti-corruption don't do the new recommendations. Go tell you say we don't go for there. We follow integrity pact. All of them say that they follow. These are the issues what they talk about. And we need for sit down now and speak truth to power respectfully. Because if year in, year out, seeing the way audit report they come with, this not so thing way for be a perennial issues. This nothing way for be stable. If you want for procure anything like this, for example, water or phone, you can for go through the necessary channel. If order for recusate, order for approve, order for see, say this happen, let it go with documentations, because at the end of the day, when audits come, even if you don't go purchase or you don't implement, but without documents, what's in the speak? Now documents, right? So for me, I think say these are the issues. If even the parliament, let's say the parliamentary committee where we talk about the PS where in parliament where they deal with the issues and they then say for the begin now and nip them people in there on the board. This not require nothing. But if you go purchase something, what's you need? Go through the procedures and our systems and processes. Let's go to them. That is why some of we recommend say, let we avoid this too much of paper use. Let we go into digital system, because it will cut down on so many things. Yeah. So I think say this now the thing where President Bioga for look at. Not so for you don't no more fair don't increase now the wall, or you don't go by barrier. They used to grab no more money. You go with the full marketers. No. Let them look now and say, no, let we start from we say. They say charity begins at home. Let them say begin and now say, no, let we say begins and cure the suffering where that person where they don't yonder. Because salary they increase as you they talk. Salary they increase every day or every month. as we speak, the 2026 budget, they speak towards increments of salary.
By 20%.
But, yeah,
but
20%, yes.
you think, say, we've only increased salaries to the one that they actually deserve for get increment in salaries. Let's say teachers, them way they receive, not they receive better money with the month done, but we get government ministers, them also go receive 20% increase in salaries, them. You think, say, we forget different sectors, say, ministers, them, we're not going to increase our salaries, whilst these people actually need them, we see an increment in the salaries for slash on expenditures.
Well, governance, for me, I can say, now a broader aspect. You know, we talk about, you know, cadre. People are waiting at grade A or grade, you know, by cadre. So for me, I don't want to dive into that. It beholds on the precedent if you're able to do that.
No,
because see,
you recommend for making it happen. So
exactly, because with suicide, suicide do some increments in teacher and salary, but that's not enough. We see backward on just recently out of, well, that I don't know who side that money they come on military. They don't increase among how many percent for them. So these are the issues. Like when you talk, if we can take that direct, you know, increments from the military, where we always say always for boost the morale of the military. I think say now other sectors them it require for that kind of thing they for look at certain sectors, you know, waiting, they want them to deliver the service. Then if you look at one teacher or principal and one permanent secretary, look at the no more. Then always equate at the same time. Then we'll say, so, okay, job whether they do a technical job, yes, we agree. But let we also know in a Sierra Leone we all day. And if we run Sierra Leone, let we do at the best way people know good. That layman down yonder, they not say, "Bo, now they know more way they up there." And we go on the streets, we way they laze with them, they laze with them. People
right.
nothing we say. Now the one way they right up there, now for the way they walk. So if the tax they pay, let the tax reflects on the people.
Like to Melvin. Melvin, ask Samsunu. You think say we forget a slash in how much governments they pay government appointees? Let's say, for example, the ministries, we know they expect the 20% increment in salaries for public sector workers them. But you think say we forget specifications, as to say teachers them, yes, we increase our salary by 20%, but for ministers them, since we are at a state of crisis, let we cut down on spending. Una just hold on for a moment.
Well, that's go depend on within the chief economist and economist and the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank there.
You think so? Don't reach that time?
I think so. In fact, we don't pass the level, and we economy don't so plummet that we don't pass the level, and far. Those are just, I'll call them individualistic steps. We need policy actions, not policy lip service. In this case, for example, I want for you from government whether they think about temporarily introducing fuel subsidy or not. I want for you from government whether they plan about reducing excess tax on fuel importation and that of flour.
According to the Minister of Trade, they subsidize for fuel. Let's say fuel probably don't go up to 36 leones per liter, but then subsidize we're making at 32 leones. They actually increase.
Well, this is the back and forth. This is the back and forth whether the government is subsidizing or not subsidizing and how much it's subsidizing. But that makes more reason for clarity on the subject, because at the end of the day, you get for cushion the effect, and our government just get for setting high. Embed fat foods. So for me, I look for the kind of action and but also when it comes to the local energy capacity in the mid to long term, there is no way we can always be able to absorb the shock. So can the government begin to think from the mid to long term about exploring we own natural oil and gas? Because there have been surveys saying that we get, but we do not hear now whether how far this process is. Because I tell you, if Sierra Leone will be producing oil and gas, this will not be an economic booming opportunity for us, because other people want for turn to we.
But even America, where they produce the oil and gas, don't see the cost of petroleum go up.
Yeah, but what's the difference there is they are reverting. For example, China is reverting to its fertilizer reserve. America is reverting to its oil reserve. That's the difference between us. They're able for cushion the effect because of the get reserve. For example, Lenin Country right now we reserve status at the moment. The last time almost 45 days. So imagine the war rages on for after 45 days. It means where are we? And I'm not seeing those. You know that physical action they want for see more. You can cut the best cuts as you can, but waiting they affect the people. For me, that is more important.
Melvin, whose sector you think say the current government in 2026 budget will get a lot of money where then centered around where government allocates a lot of money to, where you think they hit the results where we actually expect?
Like the financial sector. Look at waiting the Ministry of Finance have they use as their own budget. huge. Then maybe if you want commodity, you look at other sectors like the energy sector. And for now, the world needs action on energy, food security, transportation, and of course, from the economic standpoint, taxation and tax breaks at this moment. If you have a government with the officials and also can talk no more waiting, not about waiting they actually for plan, it shows that from an economic standpoint, there is need for leadership. And it seems as if the president look concerned as to bringing up radical actions at this moment. It's quite unfortunate. And the danger there is if the situation go beyond
who's quick radical action President Bio
so many expenditure rationalization. The economists don't talk anaya. You cannot you don't really thrive on deficit. But you ask a very pertinent question, and IMF recommend also on what can be done. If you give me a chance, Usman, if you look at the high-level summary technical assistance report, Sierra Leone Governance and Corruption Diagnostic Report, January 2026, prepared by David Robinson, Usman, I don't know English word for use, where I watch one of the summary findings, for example, on the mineral sector. I will give you a particular paragraph. It says, I will read them all in verbatim. Summary of findings. 1. It said the GCD found that corruption is a persistent feature of Sierra Leone's governance landscape with significant adverse effects on economic growth, investment, and public trust. Weak independence of key government institutions and major gaps in the legal and regulatory frameworks for managing public resources have contributed to perceptions of impunity and limited access to fair dispute resolution mechanisms. These weaknesses have allowed informal practices to flourish and have undermined the effectiveness of formal institutions. Now, take this. The predominant position of the informal economy similarly poses significant corruption risks and hinders sustainable economic growth, particularly in the mining and mineral sectors. When it relates to official data, in 2023, the export value of extractive was US $1.2 billion compared to with USD 48 million in total revenues generated from the extractive sector. So clearly you are seeing that waste and corruption and mismanagement in Bidonde before this problem car. So we are in a double jeopardy situation. The system economically was rotten. Of course, MCC scorecard tell you that it will fail 8 out of 10 indicators when it comes to economic. So that is an existing problem. You better talk about the waste captured in the Auditor General's report year in, year out. These are structural, systemic problems. And let's not forget, very soon the rhetoric can begin from government officials that, when already see the war going on Israel, between Israel and Iran. That does not hold water at all. We belong a chronic disease in our economy before the problem like that. And my fear is if the government fail to take short, mid, and long-term action, I'm afraid what the future holds.
Melvin, Posting will describe routine. It also mentioned on cutting down on waste as an austerity measure introduced. Your comment saying should be introduced by government.
No. It's not an austerity measure. Combating corruption is not an austerity measure. In this case, the experts are saying that what we generate, we come up from we revenue on mineral resources, compared to waiting left in the country, does not hold up. Who is responsible for that?
Well, I mean,
that is the big problem. The big problem.
The craft here is Osman asked about austerity measures. I mean, for me, I think since this government take over, we still do under austerity because governance is continuity. Let's speak to that.
Austerity
because from the past administration, we are still in it.
This government never admits whether they inside continuous austerity.
But I don't know. Well, it's not about admitting. Let's accept the facts.
No, they should come out and tell us. APC dishonest economically. They were bold enough to come out with austerity measures. This government not ever announced that.
The expenditure don't override, the ending. I think so. We need for cut down. Then
that is austerity.
Well, if you can say that, that's why I use my word carefully. That's why I said I use my word. Cut down on fuel allocations. If that is one way to mitigate the economic situation, cut it down. That can be better. Because if you take, for example, all the ministries where they get fuel allocation for a week, You know how much they cut them down. If that can result to it, let it be so. For just mitigate the issue of hardship in the country. Because at the end of the day, that layman na in the film.
All right, Dr. Ganawa. Soon do a lot of things. Them we get for do with cutting down on fuel and other sectors. Them isn't that austerity? You recommend austerity measures to be implemented immediately by government?
So I go back to which I have been start. As an economist, me know they look at the situation as a lot of people look at them. I look at them from a different lens. I think Melvin they kind of look at it from the same lens where they look at them. So one thing we I believe in first, we get issues them way be to say we need for address. We get issues that we need for address. Let's just make this in a very simple way. Usman, if you get your home, you already not be able to manage you picking them well, then trouble come na the country. Now trouble they come na the country, it just they can make the thing worse off. So first of all, we go back to the basics. I just want for say certain things we go make. We go try to focus on waiting they happen before we go into what we call the austerity, no austerity, and are just semantics, politics. You get different things you go talk. Some man go say recession, some man go say austerity. Understand? What is important at the end of the day? Things are not happening the way they're supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, let we look at already waiting given. Now, I look at the auditor's general report. 2 years, 2023, 2024, now they are available now. 2025, they work on them, so they're not available to the public domain. Now, the thing we very important where I want to follow, we look at now the AR get for do with tax. The AR get for do with tax. Now, when you look at the tax component, you go wonder what thing they happen with all of the plenty effort reforms away would you put. Now when you look at tax leakages, then they get worsening every year. In 2023, the Auditor General report says unpaid and underpaid taxes now being 114 million. Unpaid and what? Underpaid. 114 million. Plenty money now one day. Then 2024, it was off, a triple. Now 382 million. That's not like if you say the whole loans 382 billion. Yeah. Them money then if we work on the National Revenue Authority for lock some of them leakages them day. In fact, all of them leakages then those funds will be utilized for critical service delivery in the country. And not got nothing for do with waiting they happen at the world now. Now something we don't they happen where we need for fix. So when we talk about austerity, no austerity, I think we should be looking at the fundamentals where really not get issues when are they for fix. Now like you get your host, right. You get your host, man. This your host where you get the roof na boss, but all what you do every year na the ceiling, now you just a change. Any rain come, you get for mess up, the next year you get for change them. So I think we need to look at now and then. There another critical area.
Those issues, you get those issues there. Yeah. But Lou just left them. Let's talk about the expenditures itself. Yeah. I think it's over 7 billion we government is spent according to the 2026 budget. We did for sort of salary increase and more. You think we need 20% salary increase?
In the first place, because of the situation we get, you need to increase people in salary.
Well, we not be foresee say a global crisis like this, the Israel-Iran war gets for start. We think say for government for scale back at that plan day.
No, I don't even look at the situation we get for do with this. When we want to talk on this issue, I think we'll go for bring up the conversation a little bit. Then we just take small time and trash waiting they happen to and look at waiting for happen. Now, why you need for increase people in salary? The reason why government then choose them for increase people in salary. It's so simple. Prices in the go up, Usman. Nobody in salary they change. Now, when price of diesel don't go 35 leons, may you know say how much people in the pay now for go around, it don't increase. Food prices they increase. I don't want to explain that day because that's where everybody know now. Not to know economics where you need for can begin they talk to people again. Because the economy now one thing about light not the param, false life not the param. It feel anybody they feel anywhere you go you feel the pinch. Understand? Now, if they not increase salary, it make the situation for people worse off. Understand? Even COVID, with COVID, with Ebola, with waiting they happen at Ukraine and Russia, and waiting they happen between Iran and Israel. All of them things here not get anything we get for do with people and salary increment. Service delivery poor now the country, cost of living there. You know, inflation we don't relatively come down. Understand in terms of the statistics, but what happens so they for go up back. So prices them get for continue for the increase. So increasing people and salary not to an issue.
Yeah,
I think in terms of controlling the expenditure in terms of the wage bill, now situations where government they touch the wage bill, understand, without having a references to document. So when you go into the Auditor General's report again. Where now I use as me tool for talk about this particular situation, we found out say 2023 na 5.45 billion and be the wage bill of government, and 2024 it increased to 6.04 billion. When are like 580 million increase into the wage bill. But with all of these way they happen, you still find out say because governments they employ a huge number, the private sector for they do most of the employment, no they do well, and that make it find out they get this kind of pressure from the government because they go for create jobs.
And it only increased this year. I think it's 7.9 billion.
Exactly. Yeah, 7.9 billion this year. All under the increase, the justifications are we employing more teachers, more nurses, doctors, as the case may be. Understand? But perhaps really important now that with all of them things here happening, are we looking at those areas where not they make we get efficiency of the money we spend? Because you spending money, employing people, giving salaries to people, increasing salaries, what is there as a yardstick for measure the efficiency level of public sector players? They know they work for the public sector. How do you evaluate them? You go to some offices, them Usman, you see 2-3 secretary. Most of them sit down idle, not they do anything. Then another area where I think we spend so much money, or government not for they spend money. That them issue of stationaries. You know, I still see you go to institutions them, you see government letters them all over the place. We don't move away from so much of them things. I want to send letter to this ministry. We need for they do book of them emails them. Institutions and they work now, add leadership paperwork. We spend so much money on stationery. So much. All of them things here we spend money on. These are things that know they help for uplift people and from poverty. Rather, it just make the situation worse off every other year because governments need money. We go for go lend. We debt servicing. We're spending so much in the servicing of debt. All of them things here they add extra pressure, and we say for they get money, we get a lot of leakages again at the system. So if we want to look at the situation that happen at the world now, Usman, we are supposed to be very objective here by first of all trying to look at our fundamentals, those things that keep on coming up every other year in the Auditor General's report. One, which looks at efficiency, economy. We get serious problem with how we spend money. My brother go by they talk about when they say for procurement, you for follow this. Even when we follow now, we really they look for value for money. That is something very fundamental. If somebody is buying this as a private individual, is buying this car 1,000, government should be buying it 1,000. Government should not be buying it 1,500. So value for money. And another thing again we're missing into this entire thing at the level of intentionality from us, the people.
All right.
How objective are we? How honest are we with ourselves in assessing what is happening in the country and try to be very objective in assessing and making some fundamental changes. What is happening around those things?
Yeah, Doctor, government say they subsidize on fuel. Let's say if we don't be 36 leons, they scale them down to only 32 leons for cushioning the economic effects on the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. Then we think the government really do enough in that particular side for subsidized fuel. You think if we don't get like them, let's say it remain at the price we be there?
All right, so I think when you get desperate situations like this, we need to take desperate measures. Them, so government say they subsidize this new pricing formula. Will not get access to them. So they do the subsidy because nobody not get access to them now. Understand? Prior to this time, the one will get. I think say if government want for reduce the pressure on people because this war, as you see, for continue. We know they say anything like Iran just the vex every day. When we think say things they coil down, Iran the vex. Then Iran situates in a very critical place in the world way, make them very powerful for disturb the entire supply chain. Now, if government want for reduce the pressure, what thing I think we need for do get something to call trade-off. We go to this pricing formula, a lot of the things and way they do get for reduce them. So for example, how much are we paying us? How much then the infrastructure cost? Where they 2.5 leons. I think so we need for reduce them. Because the pricing formula is so simple. As you begin to take 1 leon from each of them different layers and they or then different how call them say then different variables them now the formula. Any variable where you use 1 cent per it tell automatically. So I think my concern now it don't go side don't go. Now for let government be very rational now and think about the people at this particular point in time. It's more of welfare management than any other thing because the lives of the people, the cost of living will continue for increase if prices increase. Now follow we go into the pricing formula and be very intentional, deliberate for beginning to reduce some of the values them. You know say now money where they come in from tax from then different sectors and they them money then the way it come and not able for solve the problems of the people. If you choose for collecting tax here and the price continue for increase, the lives of the citizens they become worse off, and the tax way you collect, even if you decide now for do now then cash transfer, a lot of social spending, it's still not able for cushion now one day because you know say with situation as alone, anytime there is an increment in price, all of the sectors then be affected negatively, and as a result. Why you not go just decide for reduce the tax component, the different areas also you get money and make the situation little bit lesser in terms of the pressure on the people rather than let's be very intentional about the reductions where they happen into the pricing formula. The different variables them we need for reduce the prices them, and if we reduce tax, you pull like 2 leons is 3.5. If you pull 1 leon 1.5. When you look at come back to the issue of waiting they come to government, we find out say with all of them tax holder issue, income tax now still gets the highest contribution per the money the way we they collect in the country. So even with them tax here from them petrol and then things here, old maintenance funds some amount they go to, and for now why we not go stop them? We get so much way they go on in the lives of the people them. Why we not go stop now money they go to get maintenance fund? Even when they give them
the cost of fuel.
Exactly. Even when they give maintenance funds, we still see the roads and in a dilapidated manner wherever you go, you see roads and with gallops and potholes them. So I think some of them variables and we need for be intentional at government. SIDOM, you know, again another thing where I think before they think at the end time here, now for think about the poor people. Anything what they do now as a country, we for think about poor people. Because anything will happen, it hit on them more than any other person. And these are the people you are governing. So in terms of looking at the pressure when we talk about this subsidy, no subsidy, not to something where for really they think about twice, we need to go and reduce the pressure on the people. If not, it will continue for worse enough, the food insecurity will increase in the country. So many people go, they're not going to forget to think for it.
All right, so let's go now for a very short break. You still live with the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. You get we around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM, and Radio Garden. We're live on the Epic Radio Facebook page and we YouTube channel. Stay with us.
we are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking made easy. Whatever your dreams may be, Bloombank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence at the tip of your fingers. There's only one bank, Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen.
You sabi many me?
I dey tell you, that Solomon in first food love dando.
Bobo, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here
Epic
they make
Radio.
am. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. He fine for big person. It they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all. And you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time serve as dinner. Benny Mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Remember say, Benny Mix them are
Epic Radio.
and they write PLC banner. Benny Mix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, go on number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix, go strong,
Epic
go
Radio.
smart.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mara.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
You name inside the call from?
My name is Malika Steven. I call from Scandal Road.
Malika, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So this government income, because they mix better the economy, they put policies. Say, one of the policy them, they never ever hold meeting outside the conference of whether a ministry or the head of or the presidential office. But about 1 week, we don't see them begin all meetings now, some of the most expensive hotels. Then. All of a sudden, you see them being host town hall, they will cost billions of euros. So, I don't see say this government can't feel sorry for the people. Then. The other president, where sorry for the people. Then. Where, in fact, where the man where they administrate now, the president, His Excellency, President Madabio, allegedly, the administration left the coffers of the fund empty. So the president will be going at Jakaba, not take salary, because nothing will be done at the consolidated fund. So I believe that I am not sorry for people, you know. So this thing of people that they talk about, the government they subsidize, they come because then that's the tune of the IMF, so they're not for subsidize. I mean for really poor people. So because the one that's the tune of the IMF, now they could not continue for supper up to today.
All right.
So that's not the problem. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Let's take a few more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Usmani Ibrahim Mara.
Yes, Commander Jibo, good morning. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. I pay respect to you guys the way get this morning. I know there are lots for say. At times when somebody they explain what it then I'm in bottom of my mind. I just smile. Especially that other gentleman. So we are talking about the suffering of the ordinary people. So to me, I say kudos to them. Really where is they bring the issue. Now there is where the one they will be say, then they look at political party, they don't know. But believe you me, time is going. Excellency be not declared and say 2026 year of action and deliver up to now. So we the act them kindly. In 2026, the year of action, not a year of talking. What somebody they can so government don't do. But look at the people, government by the people. I know what I'm saying. At the end of it, believe me, the ordinary people are suffering.
All right.
And Usman, the one of you, even we be the crime, I want civil society will be the top of light. What I know we get like for this light here, it will look at a poor money. Now look, I'm a big holiday like this for money.
Ken and net no light. So who say we go for an Acuba? Anyway, we are suffering. Please, let be of action and deliver. Why should he deliver? Thank you. Mina Commander Gibo, Adenado.
079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You name inside the call from?
Pamusa the corner Razak.
Pamusa, go ahead.
What are they think? Really, then let's, but if we don't take that action, they go fine. If in a distance for don't do, during, inside the 2, 3, and 4 year we pass, then do this. By the how they are, we know they find we said do so with this today. You see, now this will be the things that also government for do. But could travel in. Now think about we say, who people then do upline. But this present situation, if you fancy for the go upline and come to God, what you they feed your family with pain in not go get them. So if the government say then they cut down and traveling and how then they pay ministers them, that could fine. Oh, that could fine. You see, so now that's what mommy gets. So no problem.
079-994-993. Call we now inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You name inside the call from?
Padis Nadila.
The Lion, go ahead.
You know, Pale Allah help we. You know, the worst side way the brother in our church. You know, now the government, the president in convoy. If you check that convoy, the kind about convoy, the kind about fuel where in the use is so great. So if you want to start, now from that convoy, the first is start, or if you start, okay, then convoy the way they go, they will begin to teach them. You know, this is for worse. And I pray to Allah, let me say, America, waiting Donald Trump say, if we do today, let not do them. If you do them, we will have very need for suffer because Iran don't say, if we make a mistake, all the side the way, all of this the part, all side in the bomb, all side in the bomb. We get people that will not get sorry hearts for the poor people. How we get for the, how we get for the Imba. Let them think, how we get for the Dom, how we get for the things longer, things difficult. Then can it happen? How we get for the Ibra? Not that for the team, but because the people are not get sorry hearts for me. Thank you very much.
All right. Mystic Dwazak on Facebook saying the wage bill of Sierra Leone is broadening day by day, while our domestic revenue collection is still a challenge to meet up the current wage bill. As a nation, we need significant cuts in many sectors to manage the wage bill. Hello, good morning.
Hello, it's Mamara. Good morning. I'm Flash Thunder.
All right, go ahead.
This thing really going to government need for putting down of salaries of ministers and other sectors to make them do research to this fear issue we're going to because right now people so far short distance for good like Komoya go period they spend past 30,000. So they need for cut down the things and they make things and will be less double because you know.
Hello? 079-994-993. Call we this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Usman Mara.
You name inside the call from?
The call from Obgon.
Yeah, Paconte, go ahead.
I tell you now, thank you. I tell you, Mr. Melvin, let God bless and let God be and long life with you. The way they talk the correct thing. I tell the other man, Mr. Sulu, when I talk the correct thing, this thing where they happen, we know say na worldwide. Iran and America. The only thing what Salon for do, then be big man and president, vice president, and chief minister, then permanent secretary. Elect na 20%, let them pull from their salary. You see, and then when they give it, then overseas people then diplomats, they don't begin coach. They think them blunt give it. Let's say example, if them they give it 500, now 250 then they give it. Let them get their own problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. We'll take a few more calls now. Hello, good morning.
Morning, my name's Said. I go from Central.
Said, go ahead.
Yeah. me your suggestion here is just like I want caller say just now about President Zimbabwe and the First Lady. I mean, when you look at the fuel consumption, we are of them vehicle that day. Then one area of the way for don't long time. I mean, you can imagine me honestly within West Africa, say, the residence of the president, nine official office. But yeah, we get for move on. This morning can go even 10 block traffic for people all that one day in economic stress. Then this business of them withholding tax their way, the department, ministries, and agencies they hold on to. Somebody will just suggest. Now they give allocation to the ministry, department, and agency there every 3 months. If somebody now all these reports don't, when I don't find out to say again money we don't own for behalf of NRA, the first thing for remember, even if not all the money that they put, when they put like in trenches, say okay, when I get for pay NRA, this money left on our account. Now we look with all the tax, reduce the allocation. That kind of way when I tend for the government. But this problem is start way back as when the last regime being Pakaba government being come with a strategic stock.
Okay.
There were at times where government would the same for them kind of situation that they look at today. But I really do. Thank you.
079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to Samara.
Wow, Anamta, welcome back. The Ramadan Dondon.
Thank you very much, your brother. I want to tell the panelists them plenty things. Maybe I'm missing all. I don't be listening and be watch. My brother Usman deliberately I say I could the off the 11 months we set a sin with the supporter them against Salon people because we support them bad government here knowingly and unknowingly with the sin. So that's 1 month God I pray and fast. Let God forgive me. Now this most of the leader they do. But I tell now, at least to Mr. Side. Mr. Side, they away the lion say for cut down the president in convoy. Not only the problem there. But most of the government offices are their fuel allocations are they take and make thief style. Some of them motoka, they say they motoka, they take fuel. If you check that fuel already thief, it pass the cover go to the board because they don't get so yet. Look then we parliamentarian and the opposition leader have that. They never protested coffee and go. They never protested government to suffer people there. They never protested people they suffer. Now they say they go protest go anyone. But these people they never feel God. That makes something in the bra. I man say, but I don't take it because man will reach me privately. Say, hey, so much I don't want away. Now pray because we also proceed against other people.
All right.
I want to play the thank you.
Thank you. We'll take 2 more calls. Call we on 079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Yes, boss. Good morning.
Your name inside the call from?
Mr. Cole from.
All right, Mr. Cole, go ahead.
Always they use this word, say, Sierra Leonean. Our leaders, they are living globally and thinking locally. It's not even the leaders of Sierra Leone, but most of we, they live we life globally and we think locally. And if you live your life, we need to develop. We will never develop because of our way of living. How can you live your life globally and you think locally? You want to buy big motor where they consume a lot of EL, where they run up and down for nothing, fly here and there for nothing. They go there lie meetings then. This is bad for Sierra Leone. Let's think about now. Start for live locally and think globally for better surroundings. God bless you all.
One more call, 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name inside the call from?
This is a retired grammar when I've been teacher. When they talk about salary, when we don't teach for over 30 years in school them before we retire. For 1 month, now 500,000 Leon no more. Governments they pay government retirees there. What say 500,000 Leon go do? Some of them want the way they make big money, they do all kinds of things. Now we teach them at school. 500,000 Leon, what's he go do? You know they buy one bag rice. This now 87-year-old mommy they talk. You know, fine. Then they increase salary, yeah, then they do this, austerity, this, that. We not be government workers there. We not been getting assets. I got the government retired card to me. Nothing. They know they do. They know they remember we say. Look me for they don't hear so. You say by the time take transport where it go for go buy in a market. They know they able. People, una self, una for the member we the all one that we don't work in this country here so. Now that's not my call for. Thank you very much. Do you have put word for we do you have papa beg?
All right.
Yeah?
Thank you so much. Government still listen. Government don't agree you. Well, I come back to my studio guest them. Make I start with you, Sundu. You respond to the callers them quickly as we wrap up.
Yeah, I think say the callers them don't affirm waiting where they say. More like when me talk say on the good governance. That was what I picked up. That governments at this point, President Bill for sit down now. In as much as the country they go this kind of way and we revenue base, as we all don't say, a lot of loopholes then loopholes then they for be cuts down and for the low is seal them. Because if we talk about salary increments, if we not collect the tax we require, then meaning you go increase salary, then you not get waiting for pay that person they go become chaos. I talk about these fuel allocations where that now pick up. Ministries, from the ministers, permanent secretaries, look at the sector for say, look, it cuts down these fuel allocations. And
one caller also mentioned say need day now for the President Bill SSF, the First Lady, the Vice President for cuts down on the convoy. Then
these are all measures. These are all measures where I think say it will mitigate the suffering of that that layman. Because me what come with a hit on now waiting the poor people. Where I mean the poor people where they go down. Look, you talk about the basic salary, what they talk about now. They afford you a month. Where they talk about minimum wage. Waiting they do you for the month before you pay transport, like what the other caller say. For common Lumley now kind of PZ, Keke go tell you say na 25 leon or 20 leon. Water. Now we say if government we don't invest into a lot of transportation like this worker fine, make them accessible to people. Believe you me, it will mitigate. This is not the service where we talk about service delivery. And if we talk about service delivery, not for talk an amount, then we talk about the fuel, the extra charges we're doing into fuel where governments they succeed at form because the government says not from that they derive tax. But let's talk about the extra duty. It's not 2,000 or 2 leon. Now reduce some. Then learning cost, port cost, all in cost, all of these things. Una pull and come out. Una reduce some. So that we go able to forget we self. Let lay people and people. In fact, look, we the way then a free talk go say perhaps it will be better. But any good way to come up from here for go McKinney. I go McKinney few days ago. Jelly na free talk the buy 10 leon. We go McKinney na 15 leon. A practical, yeah. So for me, I think say people we get for look at the bigger picture. Because if governments they talk about the people, now we put them there. And if you talk about service delivery, not so for you, what you could benefit, do you already appeal to them respectfully this time round? Let them mitigate most of them. As I talk about meetings or conference, all the way ministry department and get, I think a lot begin reverse to that. For this period,
virtual meetings.
Yes, exactly. I talk about excessive paper use. Where I see my brother self lament on that. Now we're into the digital world. Most of the things in the let we do them now digitally and get a system. That is why some of us are appealing that then we get systems where you go there, for example, we even talk about somebody for car work, you go put in a paperwork, you go sign. No, but we get electronic system. Where person car, you just nip up your finger, you don't know, so that person don't come on time.
Thank you, Dr. Ganawa. You pick up any caller mention where you think say government for implement as soon as possible?
So when you look at the callers and they talk about the welfare, everything we didn't talk about president cutting convoy, first lady, subsidy, all of this not just about the welfare. So I think I'm not going to do justice if I can. I not prefer solutions them as an economist, because anytime I come na then gathering na then kind platform here, government they listen. I think say government for take some of the fine details and where the different panelists and the key. So if you talk about areas and for cost, one we get the administrative and overhead cost. We now one area for cost. One of them are travel. The travel can just put emphasis on just overseas travel, even local travel, spend so much money on local travel. And the other area again are fuel and vehicle maintenance. We spend so much money when we bother the talk. We spend so much money they give based on you cater we did and get fuel load in the queue. So I think we need to look at that and even vehicle maintenance. And the other thing now, office and general expense, using some of the stationery and other things and fall, understand? And non-essential allowance, you know, I see we get entertainment allowance, hospitality, and miscellaneous allowances. These are all things where I think at them particular point in time, government just need to chop them off. Them particular people who they enjoy them benefits. And I know they're not going happy, but when you get desperate situation, you need desperate measures.
Government will also suspend per diem them, you think?
Well, if somebody did travel, you go reduce the per diem. And again, some of them meetings, you don't need for go. I get Boku conferences where they attend online and they attend them. I know they travel. Are they there attend, I participate, and they even present. Now some of them conferences, then they will get a lot of people who travel, but then they participate. Then just go see them after all thing and come back. So we need to look at it. Then the last one, we very important, which man, they all get for do with waste and leakages. We get a lot of wastages happening around. People are not giving supporting document to expenditures where they run into millions of loans. Where we talk about billions of old loans. NRA need for up the game. We have a lot of, we know the scandals about misappropriation of funds. All of them things here, those are funds that we use for reduce the pressure. So the reason we make governments, they get extraordinary pressure for overtax again, now because Usai for they get money, we not even collect them. So I think we need for doing that. And this particular point in time, government for focus on cash transfer. The last caller or now mami we na 87 years. Now then people are now government need for the watch now say okay because of them things how they happen. So now for the getting cash transfers then social sort of spending exactly because somebody they earn 500 loan. And then for buy a bag of rice. Somebody don't spend over 30 years of a useful life they teach. Now I sit down now. So at then situations and then people are for the look at now, not to politics, business, whether somebody supports party X or party Y. Go the data the day. Somebody the way don't serve you over 30 years. Now as pensioner they get 500 loans. How you want to person they live? All now they warrant a lot of things in the minds of the young people and say, oh, imagine my grandma spent 35 years to teach. Now look what they get. Exactly, yeah. So now then tell me I need for the look at them people right. And the last thing I want for end with, we the people of this country, when we get them kind of situations here, I think it's important when we meet with your MPs there, or we talk to your MPs them, for let them know say it's not just about their own welfare. You know, we get a lot of talk about ECSL, about census, the welfare of the people hardly been something where opposition they talk about. And we for me, it's very important, in as much as the other things so they talk about important, but when it comes to the welfare of the people, it will be something way for move we all.
Right.
You know, that side way you talk about is very important, and government also, I think, say on this issue, I think the government now for Sidom and begins sensitize people, educate people on the global issues right. And what's in the happen in the country. Let's talk about the opposition. This is not the area they ask them for. You know, the welfare of the people that need for see exactly what's in the past I mentioned. This is not the time we need for see the politicians or the parliamentarians or representations, not so only the interests, but the interest of the people. When I make them these as they talk about, if they talk about, we are talking for our people, but representing our people. In the area where people are going to talk about welfare, are you going to speak on that welfare? But they need one. All the way to go survive them. Now in there all they talk about. So do you how they call on them?
All right.
Let them go back to Parliament and talk about the welfare of the people.
All right, Solomon Sundu, thank you, Executive Director for Be Found, Melvin Tijan Mansare, and Dr. Mohammed I.J. Ganawa, lecturer at the Economics and Commerce Department for Abbey College, University of Salone. Up next, we'll get sports and entertainment news, plus the review of last week's biggest stories.
one they get on me like before. You give me stick love, me here to me toe. Church and the part with it, now me life at the free, see another free is and it goes one, you not a lazy man. Two, you done be so sweet. Three, you love to make I go crazy, crazy, crazy. Then I part one, this love they make I catch the scatter, the squat now the scat. Dance to the tune, I know the patch love, I know the ID love. I the pose with you, expose the love. You the spend for me, now make real love the flow. L-O-V-E, can't make a show you, I the crack you back, I the rub you more, I the knock you down, I the feed you up. I know the post love, now the time for show, real love. White girl and black boy, the must not do. Tell us if we sabi this love, we know the blow. Can't make a kiss you, can't make.
Good morning and welcome to Stats for Sports Updates. We start off with LeBron James as he don't clock a minute of 1,612. So LeBron James don't break the NBA record for the most regular season games played. So this is a milestone achievement for him. So let's go to the UFC now as Mufsa don't beat Leironi inside the Murray in the UFC in London. So Manchester Murray don't suffer in second or in first career defeat now the title eliminator against the Russian. So the Russian been win against the UK born. So away from that we go to the world of athletics as Josh Kerr become again another world champion as he been gone 7 minutes 35.56 seconds inside the 3,000 meter for take gold now the World Athletics Indoor Championship. So now we come to the world of tennis as a very good news don't break in the world of tennis. Say video review technology get for be introduced inside the 6 show court center. Usai court number 1 who gets the video review, court number 2, court number 3, court number 12 and court number 18. They all will get a video review just like we to the see now football, but the players then will be allowed for let them view specific judgments where the umpire go make. So football now players are not allowed for review, but tennis the players then go get the opportunity for let themselves go see what they do after where the umpire when the referee in terms of tennis gonna make a decision. Now let me go into some midweek matches. Now the Salon Premier League. Star Sports Academy gets a very big test today against mighty Blackpool. Now the Football Academy and Port Authority go play against Diamond Stars. Now Proof School. Bible Warriors go play against Bulham Stars today. Now they put lock up playing field. And Usum Stars go play against Freetown City Football Club. FC Cologne go play against Eastern Lions on Tuesday. Bull Rangers go take Bantal on Tuesday. And Ola the Wardians go play against Cambo Eagles on Tuesday. Low FC go play against Sleaford on Wednesday. And Wilberforce Strikers go play at Batcher City on Wednesday. So Manchester City are the champions for the 2026 Carabao Cup as they win against Arsenal by 2-0 at the Wembley Stadium. For this morning, all this will get for you inside Sports Updates.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the very first edition of the Entertainment News here on the Epic Morning Show. Me, na Big Daddy, legendary actor, star Chuck Norris, of course, in that news, of course, we break the internet inside this weekend. Well, according to news, we break say the brother man has passed away at age 86. Well, the Walker Texas Rangers, of course, the iconic actor, we died peacefully surrounded by family. Just recently, we a video of himself training and making a joke say, you know, the age is just the level up. we just send our condolences to the family. And Peace Choir, of course, reacts to a particular post. A certain guy they call a Momise, he died because of the hate we be get for Yoruba, where for the Pekin be married. Of course, that post be gets to the singer and he don't ask for the brother man put down the post or he go take legal action. In other news, they call me Zamzam of Custom. Come out plain and make them clear. Say, in things say, Camouflage Bloodline for be the next president of the All-Star. What do you think? And also new song loading as Roy featuring Isat's new song Built Like a Queen coming soon. The European Summer Tour 2026 loading and the King of Black Leo Caldenero is set to move. Let's watch the space. And another one coming from the brother man Innocent Fela Kuti. Well, of course, this one produced by Innocent and Alafi. So poverty will be dropping anytime soon. And finally, this morning, Kim Boselli using platform for plead for a sister entertainer winner, Zainab Sharif. According to him, it post say free Zainab Sharif. This now we get for you this morning here on the Epic Morning Show. Join us at 4, of course, for the drive time.
Time for the explain. Explain. Me not get time for the explain. Believe, 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 believe. Make you believe, 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 believe. Make you believe.
You sabi many me?
I can tell you that Solomon in fast food love Dando.
Baba, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here they make them. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. Who they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it they make you body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all. And you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Then they mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Remember say, then they mix them a packet. And they write PLC panel. Then they mix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, call number 44 Battle Street Piton or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix. Go strong, go smart.
This Ramadan, love the travel and the blessing where you get in return. Boku, where family they oversee, they send support. Where you give zakat with clean heart. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau to make us simple, fast, and get Boku reward. This Ramadan, we will share blessing with you. Anytime you receive money through we enjoy 1% cashback for all transactions. Now any PC and Sons outlet na the country. With PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, no stress, no long story, just two-step service with transaction and meaningful rewards. This Ramadan, send love and receive blessing from PC and Sons Foreign Exchange Bureau, the money transfer service where you defend all signers alone. Visit any PC and Sons outlet all about the country today.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. our music is rated amongst the best.
Steve Jobs once said, the only way for do great work now where you like what you do, and the only way that go happen now where you not settle for less. And he say if you not find a mate, continue for the look. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Radio Garden, Facebook. You can also get me through the website at myepiconline.com. Mina, your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, Special Task Force on Drug don't uncover 2 suitcases of marshmallow leaf where then say one of the ingredients them wouldn't use for produce kush. And also rising concern over dead body them na treat. So they ask the question, waiting are the urgent measures where authorities don't put in place as way for address the issue. And as well, Salone ranks second least happy country in the world. We dey ask a question again, waiting this mean. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And for joining me inside the discussion this morning, I get inside the studio Bobodan Kamara, a journalist, and also get Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Bobo, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Marion. Good morning, viewers and listeners. It's always a pleasure being here.
Okay, so how was the weekend?
It was lovely.
Okay, Regina, good morning.
Yes, thank you very much, Marion. Good morning, and good morning to we listeners, and good morning to viewers on Facebook and as well on YouTube.
Straight off, we look at stories reported on the front pages of various newspapers. And my first take now the Aoko newspaper. Top story read Legacy of Leadership. Sierra Leone Grammar School marks 181 years with call for perseverance and integrity. Another story, Rotary Club delivers $400,000 solar power water facility to Bobo community. And another story, government launches ambitious 10-year WASH strategy warns against implementation failure. And finally, court grants adjournment for APC Secretary General to file no case submission. All of the stories and more, they in the Aoko newspaper this morning.
Aoko newspaper, get the Concord Times newspaper here. Top story reads, APC claim national unity deal stall. Only 8 out of 80 reforms completed. We also get what APC wants before 2028. It seems as if APC dominated the paper this morning. We also get Lansana Dumbuya matter joined for no case submission. And women sentenced to 2 months for insulting magistrates. All of these stories and more, they na Concord Times this morning.
And away from the Concord Times, I take the Independent Observer newspaper. A big banner headline reads, Sierra Leoneans, what is really happening to us? That's a question asked. And also, Falaba sets to host Civic Day series. ACC hosts African Network of Information Communications Commissions. And finally, Judiciary holds solemn session for legal luminaries. All of the stories and more you will get now the Independent Observer newspaper.
And I get the Premier News newspaper with me here. A nation in sadness. Labour Minister urges swift rollout of informal sector pension scheme. New electoral chief pledges reforms, dialogue with opposition. We also get AU Commission applaud peaceful border resolution effort by Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. And on the bottom stick, you have Sierra Leone brokers of citizenship recognizing digital identification projects. And finally, Gender Minister champions education as pathway to justice for women and girls. All of these stories and more, then at the Premier News newspaper publication this morning.
And away from that, my final take now the Standard Times newspaper top story, Chief Electoral Commissioner to dialogue with APC and unity parties. And also court adjourns APC scribes case for no case submission. And finally, Zainab Sharif relies on police statement as court adjourns case. All of the stories and more you go get now the Standard Times newspaper this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we will deal with a range of issues this morning, as I make mention of. We'll look at the first story we get to do it. The Special Task Force on Drugs, we don't uncover 2 suitcases of marshmallow leaf, where then say one of the ingredients them where then they use for produce kush in the country. And according to reports, they make this discovery inside one ongoing effort for combat the growing spread of kush across the country. And the substance, according to reports, were commonly associated with the manufacture of the dangerous synthetic drugs, where na kush, the mifena na 17 Brook Street. And according to the head of the task force, where now, the head of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Andrew Kaikai, said the occupants of the house outside Fendi this particular leaf. He said an elderly woman, where then they call Mama Marie, and they don't hand them over to the Transnational Organized Crime Unit for further investigation. So this now the information will come out from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in terms of the fight against kush. And of course, looking at the fight against kush, a lot of people believe, or some people think, say, perhaps authorities then don't slow down their pace in terms of their raids and going against the one them way they bring kush in the country and all of those things. But over the weekend, we see this update or this information of the task force going to this particular place and, you know, for find out as to how people don't they go about in coming inside the country with things them for make kush. We don't they a lot of people, especially young people, them we would on the see now the streets of Freetown or now with various communities them we don't live with this pandemic, the kush pandemic. I will start with Bobo on this particular issue regarding this task force raid where they're able for, you know, get hold of this marshmallow leaf.
Well, first off, I want to commend the executive director of NDLEA, we double as the head of the presidential task force on drug and substance abuse, when another person, but Chief Andrew Kaikai. We know a couple of years back how drug business be rampant in the country, right? For any corner where you pass, you know the people there where they in the trade, they're not be the doing hiding. Some can even take to the street. I get this for sale, I get this for sale. But now it's a situation we are in. We not go say we don't get a 100% right, because even in America, we get sophisticated equipment them for secure the country for any drug or illicit substance. Yet, we still get report of them cases then day. So, I think so we got to appreciate we own security sector now. And the suitcase of marshmallow leaves, we know say that in a key ingredient for the production of kush. Right? Once you get down there, you just need few other things for add for you get the kush substance. And myself be the follow according to what the executive director say. It's just one packet of that 1 kilo. It costs above 100 million. Just that small packet, just a kilo.
So imagine 2 suitcases.
Just imagine 2 suitcases. You do the mathematics now. And most of them are now imports. They import and can the country. And the substance where you don't get the synthetic drug, now you would consider and say illicit. But most of them are the import and the country just normal. Ustem will get a ban on tramadol, not for import in the country. Now recently we get that ban, they say if you want import tramadol, you know for exceed the 100 threshold. So anything after 100 we will consider them illegal. And drug fight, this short time we serve the observe drug fight, not too easy as how we talk. We all get a rule for play, not only the security sector. Okay. Because we communities that hold it well. We know the people where they in the entry there. There are many a time where the security forces that they come for do the raiding, for help win the community, for clean the community from drug. We they put them people in safe haven. Right? And in some situation, even the security they can pelt stones on them, say for commodity, they not for do that.
One thing we have to say we don't get right it as you know, a nation in the fight against drugs now. For get hold of the people where they come with this large consignment in the country. Most of the time you will see they organize such raids, and the people that they get hold of at the end of the day now they want them way they buy them from the people who they count large consignments.
Yes, the fact here is we get for admit we get series of porous borders in the country. Right? So we people can pass with NTR with ease.
But there are security personnel now then border.
But they are not deployed everywhere. We got poor borders. They little say you get them border areas them. We can just focus on the main entry. And we know the more the security they try for tense in the fight against drug, then for the important, then by the count another strategy for beat the system. Then the count another strategy for beat the system. Now make I say we all get role for play. The government get in your role for play. The security for them get a role for, and even we the people will get to a role for play. Okay. Because if you go by, also I get for end to the final consumer. So if the community frown against them, you know say this, I'm not getting inside for keep them, I'm not getting inside for sell them, definitely you go stop for go buy. And when they counter, when they counter in large quantity, people are not buy, definitely go for stop for counter. But what the price they increase every day. How them they sell tramadol trade and how they sell another two different things. Okay. Right? Now it costs over 20 loans for just a single tab. It costs over 20 loans. And for Kush, for example, it come Ali, 5 loans, and now it costs over Randy. So which means the process still they go on while the security forces there self they do extremely well for combat the drug and illicit substance at the country.
So you think say the decrease in this particular drugs that the country now don't make, we need to get for a lot of raids again, or the police reporting that they don't capture so and so people?
Well, I'm not going to say 100% there is a decrease totally, because we go just accept the fact that the security forces, then they play their own part. Okay. The Presidential Task Force for Drug and Substance Abuse, then they play their own part. And each and every day, they get a team where they raid countrywide. Let's say for Freetown, for example, every day they get team, just like how the police they share their unit. They get team where they raid now the west, east, and central each and every day. But the police and the NDLEA they only succeed where we the people who self come into the fight against drug and illicit substance, because now intelligent based. The police not to Ariogo, not to Moreman for let's sit on our office number, you know, say this person they into this street. Like this also where my married this. Nobody knows something like that they happen there. Right? Until then go get tip off saying I saw it they happen, where then go. You know, if I go search all the streets, then are book streets. Okay. They know the focus. Once they go, they hit the target, and they'll be able to discover that kind of substance. So we got for the play that patriotic role for bold enough say, because the drug dealer, what they do now, himself and immediate people and they enrich on the detriment of the public. Okay. And just focus on the money they get. Okay. And we all are victims. The how the drug running in this country. If you not be immediate, but you must be positive where you relate to. We don't fall short of them kind here. Okay. So now all for putting together for ensure say we defeat.
Okay, we'll come back to Reginald shortly, but we'll go for a very short break. We'll come back, we'll continue with this particular topic.
You don't ready for win big money every single day? Epic Money make them happen with Bomba Cash Out. For just 10 years no more, you can enter the draw and win big money right inside your phone. No stress, no waste time. And that's so you go take joy. Dial *799*2# and choose how much tickets you want. From 1 to 10. Enter your orange money or Afri money pin. And boom, now you that. You don't enter the draw. The more tickets you buy, the higher chance you get for win. And the best part of that, if they pick your number, the money that goes straight inside your orange money or Afri money wallet. You don't even need for Canada station. So, what do you wait for? Dial *799*2# now and continue for listening to Epic Radio. If you're not one of the lucky daily winners then. For more information, call the support center on this number yaso 032-300-033. Number Cash Out, money the flow. And by Maslink Limited. This was a purpose to whether under 18 or so, learn responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
At 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xbet.
Welcome back. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we'll discuss a range of issues this morning. We still look at the issue of the Special Task Force on Drugs. We uncover suitcase of marshmallow ingredients them where then they use for make kush. I'll go over to Reginald. Forget it. You don't take on this particular, issue.
Thank you very much. I think I want to commend the braveness of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and also TOCU, we are the transnational organized crime units where they have done the work hand in hand for ensure say we curb the massive flow of drugs and drugs related activities within and around the borders na Salone. Now, when I look at this story, I think say the first thing we come into my mind now that for anything where we normally don't say we can get thief man and can only but now we then catch you now you not thief man. So I just imagine say how much of them particular activities they also go on where the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency go don't get the intelligence at that period. And all, and then when you look at the streets, Brook Street, we all know say now a very busy street. I would say around the CBD area, around the central business district, and for make them able to get that intelligence, they come into what you call community policing as well, because if Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA not get the intelligence, they will not be able to do their work effectively. Now, these marshmallow leaves, we Bobo Dan don't talk for now, a very, very expensive substance, and in fact, now one of the ingredients we then all the kush dealers they need so badly for ensure they're able to get massive flow. I would say progress have been made a bit to bit. If you look at last year, how will be the record cases? But since the government informed that task force which comprises of the police and the military and also the NDLEA, we've seen massive improvement. Now, this matter is in a preliminary stage at the moment. The investigation they carry on, and we understand, say, Andruja Kaikai, when at the head of TOCU, and over the occupants, when at this Mama Mai to TOCU, we go do comprehensive investigation and then go put out the findings. I think as at now, we don't see NDLEA though, and TOCU don't destroy a lot of consignment of drugs. They don't burn not to 110, not to 210, not to 310. Na TOCU headquarters. So we are looking forward to this particular matter. The fact that it is at a preliminary stage, we look at the development we get for uncover. One thing we good now that TOCU, Reverend Laga, always when at the head of TOCU, always don't they give you updates so they go for police press briefing. As to matter they don't they come before TOCU, how they don't they handle them and waiting if they don't charge and all of that things. And so I don't say this one will be an exception. When they make some of those announcements known, then we will take and deep for now. But for now, I think it's good that they don't get the intelligence, they don't get hold of the two suitcases of these marshmallow leaves, and we hope that once they conduct the investigation as swift, as speedily as possible, the public will be furnished with the necessary information.
At community level, you think, say, or you feel like the issue of kush don't decrease because most of the communities inside the country, especially in Freetown, you see young bobo them they get in a particular place, and when you see that see them they take kush, you don't ever they kind of look at that and see if it a decrease or. From the government angle, they put more effort again into the fight against kush.
I would say, like I say, slight progress don't take place, but it's not. It's. I mean, we still have people that are into the drugs. For example, now, me na Bufis post in Bufis are born. There is a place around Bufis. In fact, from the junction first, normally the last day I go back na the Babin shop parking go, and then I get the intelligence that up till now, in fact, boys and they underway they smoke kush openly, publicly. Then call that place, I think Junction 1. Now it's Basket 1. As you take the call for cow basket, one cup A, you always see those boys there, kush boys, smoking kush and all. You go to Baghdad, for example, they are still there. You go to Juba Bridge, they are still there. But now, I think society burden on them now. A lot of the people will be they give them one in the money. Don't stop for give them. And you only buy this kush where you get money. So if you not get, you're not able to buy. So here comes in the, I think the way how the economy there as well also help for reduce the pressure. But up till now, even though slight progress don't take place, Marion, I still think more work need for be done. And the LEA, the NDLEA, all the time away they don't say we know that they don't get challenged with finance, they don't get mobility. In fact, the last time they say about 2 or 3 cards, now no more than gets, and you expect them to fight this particular menace here across the country, and they cannot do it half-baked, so they need their entire support. And also, I think progress have been made a little bit, but more and more work needs to be done because the boys are still there, they are still taking this substance, and it is not getting better.
Yeah, but quickly, you want to say something regarding this?
Yeah, well, the fight against drug and illicit substance, the key thing we need for do as a nation now for break the chain. Once the chain break, then we don't get a total solution to that. But again, most of them places there where my brother they mentioned. So the fact is, yes, then they do the kush 3D. But they self get a specific time where they can engage on that. They self aware of this presidential task force where they go on. So probably if the task force day the same time, so tell them go wait for a night. Or some can sell very early in the morning. You know, they self they change their routine how they do things. Okay. Because there's some matured people there, there's some people that will get sense. And drug business will not say entails a lot of money. So for the person left for one it can be very difficult. Some person get case, they in prison and that's how they pull on totally. But not to two ways somebody they just sit down, say well, you know it's in I don't decide for left this thing. Yeah. So we also make a client call to the government for support the NDLEA. And also the presidential task force on drug and substance abuse because you need to go first thing when a multi-million dollars.
Yeah, you don't get money.
Don't you know capacitate the people every day in that fight.
That can lead to the individual then being corrupted,
being compromised. You don't see.
Marion, in 30 seconds, please. When I went to the Sierra Leone Female Correctional Center, 80% of the women there were in custody. In fact, the place is overcrowded now. We get 222 inmates as at the International Women's Day. And the least jail time for them people in the age 15 years, 30 years and all, they are women. So it tells you a lot of the time, men, they use women there for pass and go through, and because they know say, I mean, they don't get suspicious. So it's a chain way than they say we really need for break so that it will be better.
Especially using elderly people because looking at this older
and then they way go there, they see a whole lot of elderly women there.
The thing is, I'll be fortunate for witness the press conference. According to the lady, I think it gets in picking or in sister in picking with London. I hope you understand. We can sentinel like them buy no test for cancel. It's about a particular individual can get a suitcase. Okay. You don't know the content of a sector. But however, like what the head of the NDLEA say, you don't hand them over to Toku, then go do the investigation and go take the necessary action.
Okay, away from that topic there, we look at a similar topic where it gets to do with rising concern over dead body and athlete, and we ask the question, whose measures where authorities don't put in place as way for address this issue. And of course, years back, we be the see people that yes, you go get destitute them on the street, but the number not be so it not increase as the way how it is at this particular time, and a lot of people in believe that because of the drug issue, young people are into the intake of kush and other substance them, and mostly in the streets not get shelter, and at the end of the day they can die in a street without the family members them even locating them, and this don't raise concern. Also, we see over the weekend people them they call authorities for pick up body them one around Cottage area and other places inside the country where they feel say body them can dey for more than 3 or 4 days without the right authority them going for pick them body then they and go beg them. But we reporters so we say we go today at the streets of Freetown, especially around Cottage, Usai, one of these incidents happened, Usai, dead body be there for over 5 days, and be sound the views of people where they live around that place they, or where they do business. Make we listen to them, and right after that, we discuss the issue.
Oh, all my feel bad because the body be don't take care for long. 4 days, extra they make 5 days, the body won't be give what itself. Then it's said to be overcome people there.
So this house area?
And a Cottage.
Let me say, now 3 days, now because Friday, yesterday night, but then 11 o'clock, I didn't counter. So do clean, we call, nobody no come. Then before yesterday back, we say go there, put them policeman and then traffic policeman where they can't snap. And then call na Eastern police. Now say then put fire for them. Then God make now, then can't take yesterday, but then 9 o'clock. We will be feeling convenient. Because like when the police they come, 10 million come but then 5, 6 o'clock yesterday, the place with the food sense. So back like now we go take cat food, cover and for the center for ground small. So by then 9 o'clock now, and the people then can't take an net.
From that day, you died there. Now you begin to send now. But yesterday, and then people can't take an net.
This body from 2009 years. Well, it smell like me that I'm yesterday. So thank God what the long guy is the body.
Many days is about the don't take now, so we don't play. It takes 5 days. 5 days and I didn't take now because the body yesterday it wants smell now. Tell me now who's place this, now whose location this? Yes, this body will be there. How many days it take now? How that affects now?
The body don't take good 3 days. At this meaning you make for me to this morning, I don't.
So I did affect
people. Everybody they pass now, sense they exaggerate. We affect people. Anybody they pass, they get the sense of the body. And the body almost swell. When they don't rise, all that funny stuff then. It's not really affect you. Even though it's not like affect you, the sense they can't power. But we know the not to government worker who will say for take that body behind that. If we get that power to level for we don't take that, or no one to kill the person. We just see body they do and
so this is not the first time this way this will happen, or it
happen? When they happen, now several times they count body from nowhere. So possibly one that they call I would suffocate, I would there. So not to today, not to yesterday, that don't happen. Times we can't come for count body, a particular place, the other body be the door. And they all tell the count body, they call and next the count body, they call so Monica now, we see. Somebody need take 2 days, don't begin run what's happening. You understand?
Well, that's not the voice of people around Cottage area, not the eastern part of Freetown, where they talk about one dead body, maybe they around that area there, maybe they disturb them as the person may die over 5 days. Authorities not be go for take the body there, but quite recently they don't go collect the body there, but the health hazard. Now, one of the things I would look at, and I'll start with Bobo. We see a few days ago the mayor make mention of the Sierra Leone police responsible, we say responsible for the pick up and destitute then day, and it's not the council enroll at this particular moment. And this don't they happen, people don't they complain or don't they report dead body them at the area them, and they take more than 3 or 4 days before ever them go see authorities and go collect them body then day. What do you think about this whole issue and what it need for be done by the authorities?
Well, it's rather unfortunate we in the 21st century we still get then kind of issue there, because I believe say the last respect you can pay to somebody, how he die, get him befitting burial. And we know the environmental hazard where dead body they cause, especially where they don't decay at the street. The police and the council, I think, could already gone past that one. So the police now, they're in charge for go pick up them bodies there. Because they said they get a mortuary now, then get the ultra-modern health facility. So one thing where we need for do as a country, we're not just for the rely on assumption, because now anybody we die in a street where they see the way they can everybody mind it's not drug business.
Drug related. That, yeah.
So for the try for the autopsy, per them bodies there, you know, go just look what other lady the past, waiting go, waiting no go, it's just for the die.
But in that case, you know, somebody well dressed for them die in a street, most time you go see people and come to an aid or call authorities them for. But if they see you in that state where perhaps then you say you're not drug person, or you don't take drugs, you're in that kind of state, a lot of people can tend not for touch them kind of people and they for sure concern.
Yeah, definitely that's the fact. But what I'm saying here is we know for the that na mere assumption. Say because this individual be the smoke kush or because this individual we die na waiting and call. There are other things that will probably lead to in death. So and for being the safer part, for now for the help of the government also, for the autopsy per them body, let them know.
Get that resources there for do autopsy per each and every of them body then they.
Well, definitely. Then they're supposed to do that because I want part of duty than of government because this it pose a serious threat to the country. How about na outbreak we probably don't know aware of. Each and every day you turn on your data, you must say that they don't die under dead body there under 4 days, dead body there. This person just for us, so this person just for us. So how long it for they happen so? Until and unless we get for the doctor to pass some of them body there, we'll get say well this now.
So you're saying it might be that there are other causes?
Definitely.
Okay.
For being the safer part, we go for the do autopsy and para them bodies there. And also, the government gets a role for play.
Data-wise?
Since, yes, data-wise. Because everything are data. If you want to make a serious case, they go for the data. How many people don't destitute don't die? How many people don't die as a result of this? You just begin to get a random figure. We see the last time. We'll be get a conflicting figure. How many dead bodies then they pick up? The mayor they give one, the government they give one. So enough for bill like that. And the government gets a role for play. This back another client call to the previous topic will be the talk. For the empower the security sector in the fight against drug and substance abuse.
Okay.
Because most of they tag them death here as a result of substance abuse. Generally, that's the only thing. So the government gets a role for play for break the chain. Because once the chain break, we all will be safer.
Okay.
And a country will only grow where we get educated youth force. The Feed Salon, the flagship program of the government. Right? Now, able-bodied men are able to do Feed Salon. Now, they go able to work in a farm. All panel go able to work. Yes, they go able to work small. But majority of the work will be done by young people. So, we need to preserve the future of we the young people. Okay. So, if we think to say anything they can, where they embark with the young people, the government gets a role for play for stop that.
Okay, yes, Reginald.
Thank you very much, Marion. So on the 1st November, if you could vividly remember, Parliament being given order called the Ministry of Health, called Social Welfare, Sierra Leone Police, City Council, and then form, then get procedures, them step the way them for go by, for remove the way to discuss as dignified burial for dead bodies there where they defend at it. At some point it be all over. Also you go you see the body, you go so you see the body, you go back so you see the body. Now, then 9 protocols here or policy here where they be established. Of course, I see you talk about the mayor citing that it is not their responsibility. In just a couple of days ago, we see them go even put one dead body front City Hall. There was one dead body day. Another time there was another dead body maybe around Kinjimi Bridge. In fact, me I passed there, I see that dead body day. If we don't begin decay already. Now, the first one say now for them call 900 for call the police in hotline. Then the second one na the 9 steps the way them put now. Then say police or medical examiner for visit the scene. The third one they say police medical examiner for take photo and for examine the body. And they also talk about police medical examiner for transport the body to the mortuary within 2 hours. Now, the 5th one is a medical examiner for perform post-mortem and for issue death certificate for ascertain the cause of death. 6, then a medical examiner for inform the Ministry of Social Welfare if the need there for identification and also for trace, for get
but
relative.
That's not actually the happen.
Yes,
all of those things
not
not they happen.
Exactly. And burial team for take over now the process for burial. Then it's a burial team for provide coffin or shroud for burial. And the last one, FCC 9 for provide now then for dig the grave for dignified burial by the burial team. Now, if Parliament don't put them here so together, Parliament gets the power, the mandate for get standard operating procedure. If the Parliament don't set the 9 standard operating procedure also, everybody knowing responsibility way for do. Why are they not doing it? And if they are not doing it, you ask that, what is Parliament doing again?
Or who is monitoring?
Exactly. Who side the point the finger? If I give you job for do, and you not do the job where I give you for do, now my responsibility as well for call you and say that work where I give you, you know the pan do why you know the do and ensure say people and take responsibility. For crying out loud, it is so much disgusting that when they see the body then that it's all over. I mean, this they happen all that, but
so as it stands, it seems as if Parliament just put these procedures together on paper without implementing them.
It is just on paper, and also Salon they we very good for provide solution. But for me, we do the things that way we normally cannot provide solution. So if we do this, Marion, look how neat it is on the paper. If we go by what the rules say, so I think what we don't see from here is that the bodies that were responsible don't want to play by the rules. Then they look at that and they say, hey, the way for do the first one first, you not do one. So let us go by these 9 rules, this 9 procedure we don't set out. Let us play by it. If we are not doing it, then we could get them problem here. So from last week, from within the last 10 days, Marion, me, I don't see like 5 dead body, 5. Some on social media and different areas, some visibly, like the one na City Hall, Asiam. As it was today is Monday, Asiam, I think it was on Thursday or Friday. I see the one at City Hall. The one at Kinjimi Thursday, we're gonna talk Asiam back. The rapper, so the one at Kinjimi, in fact, now matter the rapper out. You see, it's so sad and all. And also, somebody they tell me say one way that this one way then make mention of the Eastern Police. So now we are saying na social media. So if then so they happen, and it happen on major streets along the street of Freetown, it is so much disgusting. It's appalling, and we hope say Parliament will call whosoever responsible, call them to order and ensure say then do waiting Parliament if you don't charge them or mandate them for do, so that we will stop for the talk about this. At this particular point in time, where a lot of other things anyway, people remember the body business, not over we even want for the kind of media and they can't talk about.
Okay, away from that, we'll look at the final topic, which is the country, Salone, don't be ranked 146 out of 147 countries inside the latest World Happiness Report 2026. We place the nation just above Afghanistan, where remain na the bottom, and this means Salone is the most unhappiest country in Africa. The report Wellbeing Research Center published in partnership with Gallup, place Salone na the life evaluation score of 3.251 out of 10, reflecting low level of overall life satisfaction between 2023 and 2025. Malawi ranked just above Salone at 145, while Afghanistan scored the lowest global with 1.446. This ranking, according to a report based on Gallup World Poll, where they measure 6 key factors that will include income, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom for make life choices, generosity, perception of corruption and other one them. Well, this now according to the report will come out. Of course, Salone are the second unhappiest country in the world and the first or the most unhappiest country in Africa, according to this particular report by Gallup. I'll start with Bobo on this particular report where we don't see they come out every year and they don't raise eyebrows as to how Sierra Leoneans live and the things same way we're not able to forget right up till now.
I think that's a very interesting one. We all know what's happiness. You go happy with food dinner at the table. You go happy where you get stable electricity. You go happy you are paid a decent salary. You go happy, you go to the market, you able to buy something, you come, cook, live better. Like not all thing pass, you live that luxurious life, or pass you go overseas or with you. Still in a little corner, they live, moderate life, peaceful life in your quiet corner. So there are a series of factors where me go use for assess this report. And though the government might get something contrary to that, but the indicators where they show say yes, happiness there or waiting, boku lack, or they lack boku na the country. One issue to the other one, and even per all things that happen, we still get a political stalemate in the country for add up to that with societal problems then they. Where this not to way for be we own issue self. Today you go here, we come out. Tomorrow we not come out. We need to go parliament. We need to do this. We don't go sign. One party they make now like understand what they don't sign. All that they go make come on. You self they sit a little corner and say, "La just sit down how they live. Waiting God say they be lay be."
A colleague me they argued this morning say people are, the report is saying that Sierra Leoneans are not happy, but you see people in the streets, in the club, in the net, they enjoy themselves. And all. Is that one of the yardstick for measure somebody in happiness?
The thing here is, most of the reports then they look at the few, they look at majority.
Okay.
Sierra Leone were above 8 million people. So if 1 million people, for example, they enjoy, the other people they enjoy. So you go, in totality, you go say that country they're happy. No. They say place title for mostly you get some people like we you get the Christian gospel, even though things are difficult, God's children are enjoy. You get some people no more. They like they say one cup rest na 20 million, then life
they
okay for them. But look at the majority. Couple of days back, we hear about the destitute na the streets. The big go don boku.
That has to do with life expectancy as well.
The big go don boku na the country. First now you see person put, but now you see some man he dress pass he dress you go Kenya, you go meet to say na sober talk one can tell you. Only for later you say, boss I can't fail me I go get tell you all pay transport. So all thing they are them frustrating. We not go say one government no more responsible for that day. But most of the politicians they don't fail over the years. There are things so ought to have fixed from the past where enough for be issue presently. So it's never too late. We for still being optimistic. And again, the APC and SLPP they get a great role for play for the betterment of this country by waiting for scrutinize some of them people there where they yarn for Karului. Because if they're not able to set standards, if they're not able to set internal standards for scrutinize them people there, believe you, we go end up getting mediocre in this country as president. Because now some man has a begin hold small money or he don't serve now one position, the next thing he want be president. Inexperience. So if that kind of people and they fight away internal at the party end up be president, then I won't get for suffer. Okay. And once they don't swear in until and unless that time they don't before the people and get another chance
meaning
for
that
renew or for change the mandate.
Have to wait years before they get another change.
Definitely. So now make I say the APC and the SLPP, when are the political giants in our country, then self get role for play for scrutinize some of them names that we see. We see about 40 people who don't though they don't make an official it, we say the one for Ulwi. So then party and go for assess some of them people there.
How then go able to assess those people?
Yeah, no.
How?
Each party get internal mechanism. I they assess somebody, for example.
What if they tick all the boxes and at the end of the day then tend to fail in terms of governance?
The delegates now at the end of the day, the one where the party don't say, okay, well, the one they are, they're eligible, the one they are, they don't pass through all the processes. So let them decide. But for reach to that stage day, one, like for the Sierra Leone People's Party, if you don't attain the position of distinguished Grand Chief Patron. So regardless what you don't do, if you not reach under it, you're not going to able to get that presidential
ticket. Does that mean that the person where he come, you know, go behave like how other leaders don't they behave or?
No, well, we not go 100% say you not go be so, but highly likely. You not go judge for person 100% because Sierra Leone is a country we are in. How somebody they act when not get the power it and we get the power are two different things. So you not go assess it because Marion George don't attain that level. She could be the best president in the history of Sierra Leone. But we go for the put standards. Then party go for the watch some of them people there. Wait na track record. Because even then in the interest of the political party, because if you go touch somebody who not get a good track record, tomorrow then begin sing against that, it will cost the party the election. So they go for the scrutinize the politician there. Don't we as a citizen, we go for be patriotic.
Okay.
We go for be patriotic to ourselves. Salon na no more we get to. This now one country will get.
Okay.
So we all get role for play for ensure say salon fine. And away fine. That happiness, that this, that we would get to now. South will say yes. We don't move from here. We don't there now.
Yeah, Reginald.
So it's a process.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Marion. In fact, I'm not surprised. Seeing the reports rank Salon the second list on happy country in the world, just around, just above Afghanistan, and the most unhappiest country in Africa. I mean, the tangibles are there, Marion. We don't even need rocket science for ascertain. The good thing is that while up they put the yardstick where they use generosity, freedom of, justice, and all other things them as well. Life expectancy. I mean, when you go out there, Marion, I will tell you, people are suffering. Danny, not so. It is not high. The people in the CMI, for Exoma even afford a meal per day, it is so difficult. Generosity, even day before, but now, right now you buy one packet water, 1 million.
Now, a person gets 9 go give.
9 give, fine. I know buy one, I know first time, we person buy that 1 million water, they get 2 packets, he go say like it down the 1 packet. Now I buy 1 million water. In fact, a bundle of water now, or sachet of that bundle, is being sold at 12 euros at some areas.
At some areas, 15.
You understand? Yes, some side at 15, some side then go sell something 10 at the motorcar. So that alone is a challenge. Perception of corruption as well. We know, even though contrary with the past MCC, ACC, for the past almost year, I don't they pass the corruption index, but again, is it really reflective in the lives of the ordinary people? Income, how much na the minimum wage? Almost people at the hand per day. Here is a country. We normally can say salon a magic way we survive. Because your salary they keep you up for a month. It is the reality. Then pay you 800 leons, which is the minimum wage, where they go up in February to 1,200. You check that money they compare to a bag of rice, where you don't pull any no more. You look at the cost for transport now. An individual where they come out from in Oast, they go Waterloo, is almost paying close to 17 leons from Bombay Street to Waterloo. Person go left McKinney now for Camfriton, is almost paying close to 150,000 leons. Is things getting better? The answer is the answer that some of them think that we just go ask question and left let the public answer or judge themselves. Get my own things are happening that will make people not happy. The life expectancy alone now one. The cost of living again is battling people, and then you have political fights as well, opposition and ruling all the time. No, we just get stalemate, problem here and there. So people will not be happy with all of these things going on.
We deal with the same report last year.
Yeah.
And we get somebody from government. We contest the report. Most of the things that the report make mention, claiming that the government has done enough, the government has done much, and people are not really suffering. So I wonder, Usai, the people who do the report pull the information.
One thing that I love about the government, the government always can pull report them. In fact, the fashion report which is in favor of government. How many report them? Look at the Huawei rate President Bio as the champion for free quality education. It is being celebrated. Even us here, we mention it. So if we are accepting international reports, we not for cherry pick them. Say this one where they praise government, say that they do well now. This now they talk about this one where they say these reports are not there to witch hunt government. But this report there will foresee like a not a magic we make 19 years. Finland are the happiest country in the world. It is no magic. It is the work that the government they put in place for their citizens. Now it make Finland the most happiest country in the world. Imagine continent they fought war, they happy past we. Now look at the inconsistency, for example, in electricity generation. Light is not there. Person not able to cook self 2 days plus hours any longer, and you expect that person to be happy. They will not be happy. So we have a lot of things that we are fighting with, which will make us not to be happy. And all things that we feel like say Salon for them move way go ahead of. So government will accept some of their reports here in good faith and not see like say their reports here for which ought or waiting. No, they are not being, they never come up from me, they come up from international people where they observe and they take into cognizance every single details, and once they get them, then go make a note. So for me personally, you ask me if I'm happy, I'm not happy. 7 days, 7 days, my own, there is no electricity. How could I be happy? I will not be happy. And all that is just one point of it and all. You look at almost you even spend on a day, you compare to what they receive per month, you will not be happy. So it's magic survival. Sierra Leone and then like the people where they go now, they be dangerous. Some of them those they go for go in stress because the country in stress. If you take a you put an I8, you know they live up to 60 years.
Okay.
You'll be dead and gone. Trust me, Mario.
Yes, we'll take calls now inside the show 079-994-993. We got a first caller on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, Marion Precious George. Concern citizen tree planting.
Okay, go ahead.
You're talking about the most unhappiest people. I'm surprised everyone can second to last. I'm feeling I would last because actually standard of living, the living condition, Marion, easy in this country. I think Bobo can say no funny. I mean, the government don't get the people there at all. Just imagine water. We are so blessed abundantly with water. Look how they go through constraints. When President Bill he promised with new direction, it will stop leakages and wastages. Now the worst we they see, always in fact the bad governance we lead into the 11 years war, Marion. All and the bold written at the wall back. We know can non-government really can for the people. All waiting we see them they use advantage because the people and they dance to tribe and religion for use them for. It's so sad. Standard of living, I'm bad off in this country. We go market every day. Correct me, concern my own son.
Yeah, 079994993. Call and make a contribution inside the show. We got another caller. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Good morning, Mariam Precious George.
Yeah.
Napa country they call from Obgon.
Yes, go ahead.
You see, when they analyze now the world, then they start from the grassroots. We know they know so for them they can analyze. Now Peace Corps and they do their job then they. We know they know. When see them put to itself, even in their country themselves will get war. They beat we. It's so shameful and disgraceful. We got a lot of diamond, gold, this, that. We they get NRA tax. We say them money then they go. We're gonna market for buy. It's bad off. Where go today? You go tomorrow. It's not easy. Yeah, we beg the government. Let them try for we. Yeah, we beg. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 079994993. Call and make a contribution regarding the topic them we don't discuss so far inside the second segment. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name outside the call from.
Yeah, boy from Godry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the one says alone. It was past Haiti, it was past Sudan, it was past Gaza, it was past all that reports that one day. But no matter what them put, we know the truth. Because we know the gun sound, the bomb sound, you know, standard of living high everywhere, even America. Right now they fear price they go up. So me I don't believe no world happiness reports. Now scam. So but you don't go inside you don't fidget. At the end of the day, what you know, it is not true. We are, some of us, we are not saying we are 100% happy, but we are better than many countries. Lastly, I will say Metropolitan Police, now they're supposed to collect their body there. They say now police will collect the body. Thank you.
Well, according to, I don't know if you listen where Regina read the standard of procedure or so where Parliament put out, we designate who that and who that's supposed to do what and how they're supposed to do them. Yeah. We get another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, ma. How you do?
Yes, your name outside the call from.
I'm outside the call advisor.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
And what I want to ask, and concerning the late body there, even this morning at the listing and Truth Radio, they talk about one late body back in Eastern Police. So if you never can talk about late body in Kochi, really, it don't show pass mark. Then they ask now, who are responsible? APC and SLPP. Because as soon as they talk now, they don't rule this country here for a huge time. You see, who are responsible? Then look, inside these drugs business here. Me, they advise the one they wouldn't they sell drugs. Let them not destroy another picking, other comrade, then you picking them. How then they destroy comrade, then you picking them? Then let them back no say, then get them you picking them. No make money, perhaps you don't come in picking. Did you have the hand? You don't destroy that comrade. How would they come in? So they go there.
Okay. Well, thank you. We'll pick more calls, but quickly, do you want a natural tea that refreshes your body? Looking for something healthy and gentle on digestion? Want a tea that keeps you feeling fresh all day? Our tea is your answer. Made from naturally grown tea leaves, it's healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bags in every pack, there is always more to enjoy and share. Our tea, natural freshness in every sip. Brought to you by Kyle. Will you pick more calls? Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Abakar from Phoenix.
Yes, you know. Okay, go ahead.
Always had to say, really fearful for Yeridi. And if somebody deal with the debunk, then can report there. We don't know angle where we do. One thing we also know, this country we name Salone now for lake. This country we name Salone are the richest country in terms of mineral and the one on world. If you find out, I make politicians then they make the ordinary citizen then become poor because then they spend the money then they use the money then so that the one green day within the sidon for the president or for the head, they don't cover all the money always they don't spend. And they always they put me in dump. This is not the reason. Now look the kind of suffering they go through. Even the water where we they drink. Now got and I did get. Everything at Salone is just tell like I say we not just suffer no more and God tell me now for with this kind of blessing we God see. President Bio and this government, I tell you, brother, are the worst government ever would on in age.
Why you say so?
Okay, the reason why they say so, the government this way tell me say the mid-tiers, 180,000, let's they chase 1 million. The mid-fuel 6,000, fuel they chase now to 40 or 50,000, 40 and above. The mid-dollar, they in the low price. Now we they far. So why they not be the worst? His Excellency the President today, the chair of ECOWAS, but they suffer past.
We not continue with the call. We give each caller 1 minute for make you voice counts inside the program. Please may we stick to the 1 minute call time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Maria.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
From Buffet.
Go ahead.
Well, the way how the body around this country is so sympathetic for in this country. Like how many brother originally talk. Yesterday, I saw go Eastern Police and Kotti. I saw up to 3 bodies in Ludonde. People in they send so much, easy. We need to forget government people and really come on board for me and try for eradicate these little guys. When I eradicate them, I don't know what to get for happy for the next generation.
Okay, thank you. Would you pick 3 more calls? Do you want a coffee that wakes you up instantly, looking for a smooth, aromatic taste that you can enjoy anytime? Need energy to stay active all day? Our cafe has got you covered. It's 100% pure, smooth, and aromatic, keeping you energetic and active all day. Just add hot water and enjoy a bold cup that fits perfectly into your busy lifestyle. Our cafe, stay energetic, stay active all day. Brought to you by Karel. We'll pick 3 more calls and we wrap up the show. 079-994-993 na the number for call inside the show and make your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Morning, I am Side. I'll call from Central.
Side, go ahead.
Reginald, thank you where you list out the schedule of people or department, the responsibility.
Hello? Hello? Yes, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
Reginald, I tell you, thank you where you state within each department or agency responsible for them dead body, because people have been seen as city council. People realize in those days there was an office where they called coroner's office, will be under the police. So if that has been established, you see why they put city council last, because now they get the bag and go there and free time. So people they learn for taking their responsibilities serious. What is business of the Sierra Leone? Most times I listen people on radio. They say, with the big leader them, with the big possible you employ, when out of your tax, say me pay them. Now you go see you go big for make you do the duties that way you I am for. It's all right.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to tell them politicians they blame truth. They are not doing us a favor. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 more calls, 079-994-993. Call and make a contribution. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we don't discuss several issues. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Marion, Professor George.
Good morning.
Anamta from Central.
Oh, welcome back, Anamta.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Yeah.
But when I'll keep the fort to the 1 month so fast.
Okay.
My sister, this country na pain all along that pain. Now I keep telling me about that they never back out for Fomex and all that stuff. Lami Samuel, they say, if we all team up, we pray God, let God fight for we, let God give a solution. We forget about being party, begin. And then I tell people, I mean, a salon born me, sister. But then two parties from 1961 to now, they don't fail me. My sister, I don't remember water. I don't remember life problem. I don't remember housing problem. But because of them two parties, they run this country, they all don't fail. Let me take it away that man remember water and gutter is getter. Now man remember how for sleep, how for eat. So let me pray, let God bring the Messiah. We're God ready for April. Now within a twinkle of an eye, in April, we're God ready for April. They will see how we do it for them.
Thank you.
So now we continue, no lose hope. Now we pray. Because then now they don't buy this wall, they forget next wall.
Thank you.
Now be we they get the young God in anger. But now we continue for prayer. Let God change the situation for we. God go bring the Messiah. One day, don't continue more. Thank you.
Yes, one more call, 079-994-993. Now the number for call inside the show. Just one more and we wrap up. Hello, good morning.
Hello, yes, good morning, Marion.
Yes,
how the morning,
fine.
Mama. Mario, to me, they just say this country, this week government, it all totally fail with. All the promise with President Biogi, he failed 20 times OT, they condemn the past government. So this, if they don't fail, they shame now for just, they totally don't make the country in a failed state. There's just a shame for maybe Anova no more give, the order they forgive. These are just for the need for the entry government. The entry government kind side, they do the balance thing there, they make election, they do that, they forgive.
Suleiman, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, Suleiman. In as much as people, not happy with how situation they go, but it doesn't work like what you just say, please. And again, I want to put out a disclaimer. The views of we callers are not the views of Epic Radio, yeah? So we are wrapping up. I'll start with Reginald. You don't listen to the various calls.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for the one day we complimentary. I mean, we job as a journalist now for speak on national issues them and give praise to government to say praise due and try for bring to government attention to office and for act on. So me saying what they say so not for in any way pick on government or it no. It is just to speak on realities and all. So going forward I think say the rules and like we say, all we just need to do is to go by the rules. It is that simple. And on the other issue that we'll talk about, I think the government, it is the responsibility of government for makes the life of the citizen and become better. The people of Sierra Leone voted the APC out because they feel like APC not being good for them at that period, so they decided they vote for a change. And so what I'm expecting now is not to be taking us back to what has happened 5, 6 years or 10 years back. That was the reason why Sierra Leoneans voted the former government out. So if the government is now in power, I think it is their responsibility to ensure that they make the life of every Sierra Leonean worth living and enjoyable as well. So with this short, I want to thank you and thanks to the callers them as well. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, Bobo.
Yes, Marion. Just a simple random survey by the people that we call, you can agree with me, say the people are not happy because majority they try for align themselves with the international report. So it's upon our government and we serve as a patriotic citizen for change the status quo. You know me to say because it don't happen so if it happens so take go. So the government gets a role for play, we self gets a role for play. And also the fight against drug and illicit substance. Me go I use this platform for make a client call to members of the public. If you in an area, you know somebody where they into this trade, the kush, the tramadol, you can contact the nearest police station or even the NDLA. Let them go for that person because drug dealer they enrich himself and his family. They not go take up anything for the community. Okay. So let a own selfish interest not go hold the whole community to ransom. So therefore they bold enough for the talk against the thing there where they happen in our community.
Okay, thank you so much, Bobodan Kamara and Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya for joining the conversation this morning. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Wonder Giwi technical support now the studio. Abubakar Bendu and Soisi Semekuna so live on Facebook. The producers of the show are Fatma Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya. Executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, where we go join you again with another edition of the Epic Morning Show. Marion Precious George say, do have a beautiful day and tata.